probably like first academy baseball players.
Okay.
And they were just having just an asinine conversation about nothing.
Is that hot? Yo. Oh, shit. You're not saying nothing to get us canceled.
I was just, if they didn't outnumber me so much, or if I was a genuine badass, I would have just kind of walked over by their table and said, you guys are the most uninteresting people on the place of the planet.
Fucking suck.
You might want to consider suicide.
Fucking suck.
Do us all a favor. There it is.
Start this thing because I got a lot to talk about today.
From the Sunshine State, the great state of Florida, and what does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
I'm Big Bubba crossing my black car. It's booby traps and pit bulls cross my backyard. I'm still strapped, boy, these handguns on Vanguard. I like going against the grain cause my head hard. Babe, I used to thug hard to see this crack hard. I don't thug nothing but the motherfucking task force. Me and two root running shit, we like the fat boys. Paid cash for it, so I try this and fast forward. I put it all in your face like you asked for. Most of you love frontin' like the dashboard. I get it chalked out like the blackboard. I got the ghetto off glass like the backboard. Most of my niggas ride till it ain't no gas for. We been outside like ain't no map for. Been outside like ain't no map for.
I swear to God, these motherfucking jits in Florida is different. Man, I was at this house the other night. Gave her a little side son one melatonin, thinking this little motherfucker gonna go to sleep. Hell nah, the little motherfucker ain't go to sleep. I end up giving this little the whole goddamn bottle. He ate them all. It was up all motherfucking night.
I'm in all white ones. Picture could get me a Cy Young. We feel like nuns, no giving like Spice One. We feel like bums. Don't change, then I might run. Feel like bunch. Shit when the price jump. I got white. You then it's you. These laws I'm stuck to. You know how many 12-12s I run through? My get cut, but my girlfriends get cut loose. My get hit like kung fu. I love the streets, but they never told me I love you.
Yeah, I already know. I'm straight from Florida, G. You know, bottom of the motherfucking map. Home of motherfucking Uncle Luke. Home of Trick Daddy. Home of Kodak Black. Nothing but gold teeth, wigs, and motherfucking sticks. You already know. Bottom of the map. FLA. Shaped like a motherfucking Hezbollah. Have me, want it. I ain't got no damn business at church. Cause all I be doing is looking at damn prints in that bitch. I'm talking about, man. You know how up it is? Like, you ever got hard in church before? Like, ain't that some shit? You get hard in church when you in there, like, you know you wrong. You know you wrong, but...
Welcome back. You're back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, mayhem. Alrighty, today we have a really good show for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Bill Belichick, all right, and his Hall of Fame snub, Super Bowl, best storylines from there. We got NBA with Giannis finally maybe on the move, most likely, and a lot of other topics as well. We got our main guy, Tony in from Talking Game Podcast.
Yep.
You got one of those names, man, that just America just gave you two names. You know, without like it's a lot of those things like James and Jimmy, like
yeah.
But why is that a thing? I don't even want to start with the podcast like that, but it's just a weird. It's just weird.
No idea.
Yeah.
Why do people? Why is Anthony and Tony like this synonymous?
Spanish and Italian, like they like I think there's so many of them in the world, and like what it derives from, like they just automatically go Tony. So I guess it came once to America.
Tony.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I was having kids, I almost wanted to try to eliminate names that could be done to.
Really?
Hell yeah.
You thought about that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I aim on something that people are just going to
call you
shorten up and do something
Call you
else.
something.
Like, the hell and purpose on this.
But see, Brian, we black. Everybody got a nickname anyway. Right? So like it don't matter. Like ain't nobody gonna call you by your name for real anyway.
Did you give your kids like nicknames like as like babies or?
A little bit. It wasn't that big a thing.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that big a thing.
Because like
Because
sometimes
again, I think I set the tone because of the name. I'm like, this is what you're called. Like we didn't give you a stupid name, so we got to come up with a nickname to cover it up.
sometimes I forget my nieces and nephews' real name because we just call them.
Yeah.
And some of my nieces got two nicknames. Like one of them, Peaches and Nook. Yeah. And those are two different nicknames that had nothing to do with her real name.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
That's crazy.
That is not what was on my mind this week and all week.
I hope not.
But what has been on my mind, and it's going to be a hard transition. We're going to get to a lot of sports today. This is a heavy sports show. All right, so we're going to get to a lot of sports, but I just had to get this off my brain here. I value good coochie. I really do. We
Who doesn't?
Some people call it poom poom, all that stuff. And you can get to all of the descriptors about it, tight and wet, all that, foolishness that might get us knocked on YouTube. But, I really do value it. And it's the best, and rappers make 1,000 songs about it and all that good stuff. But I really, really believe that Bap Loose Coochie gets a bad rap. I think it is underrated.
So you're just talking coochie as separated from the person it's attached to.
Yes.
Okay.
Separated from the person.
I feel that statement, by the way.
Yeah, it's very underrated. I don't want to put you guys in the same bin. I understand the fire coochie is I understand y'all the goats and all of that, but I just think that we undervalue the Bap and the Loose Coochie for several reasons. Number one, I last a lot longer. You understand?
It's all about you.
I feel better about myself. You know what I mean? I'm a monster when I go over here.
Loose Coochie is building Bubba's self-esteem.
That makes sense though, because
one stroke at a time.
Yeah, I feel that because you can start doing shit.
Yeah,
you loose coochie.
All type of shit. Yeah, man.
You got time, yeah.
I'm pulling out all kind of tricks, man. Yeah,
that makes sense. And like when I was young, my cousin, he like practically raised me. He said something to me and stuck with me my whole life. The worst pussy, you still gonna nut.
That's true.
Like the worst. Come on, man.
The worst. So I get what you're saying. Like the floor is still high.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
The floor is still high. There's still a double machine. It's still averaging 20 and 10.
Yeah. Yeah. It won't be a triple double.
No.
But I feel you. Yeah. I get that.
Okay. I didn't want to be on the land by myself.
Nah. I feel you.
Makes some sense.
Definitely a confidence boost.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's get to let's get to some of these trending topics in sports, man.
Bubba must have just had some loose real recent.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get me in trouble?
Otherwise, that wouldn't have come up.
It's true. And probably during, because when it's loose, you can have like side thoughts. He's probably like, this works out better for me. Like this, I would have been done with such and such.
I'm a master coxman tonight.
I'm on one. You want me to tell you a personal story?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you something personal.
Especially if it involves pussy.
Yeah, I'll tell you a personal story. So me and my lady, we've been together off and on for like 10 years, right? She's probably going to kill me for this. But like, all right, so the first time we got jiggy, I was a little high. So I was kind of out of it. But I went crazy, right? Like it was one of those situations. And it wasn't because it was bad. It was because like I was in a mind state where I could zone out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if you focus on it, it's party over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, I told her like the next day or maybe 2 days later, hey man, it ain't going to be like that all the time. Hey, if this is what you looking for every time, yeah, you're going to be disappointed. Because sometimes I'm going to get in there and be like, oh, this motherfucker biting back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she looked back at you and said, hey, same thing with head.
Hey, you know what? She didn't say it, but that's probably what she thought. She was like, all right, well, I keep that in mind. I had to be real with her because I showed out. And I knew I was going to be coming back. And us as men, we know sometimes we get in there and it's We know.
Yeah.
We know in the first couple strokes. Yeah, this is short. This is a YouTube short. This ain't an old podcast.
No, that's a good one. That's funny. That's a good one, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, to another man that came up short, Bill Belichick.
That was a good segue.
Will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Alrighty, it takes I don't know. You need 30 or 40 votes, or 40 or 50 votes, one of those two.
Yeah.
And so we do not know how many people did not vote for him. We just know that he did not get the requisite amount of votes. All right, so it was at least 11 or more people did not vote for Bill Belichick.
So how many people vote for that?
50.
Oh, it's only 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you need
exclusive.
40.
need 40 or 50 votes. Yeah.
Okay.
To get in there. Now it's been a lot of backlash. Of course, a lot of people are upset and mad about it. Then you got Tom Brady. He made a statement today about it, saying Bill, he's the only coach that I would want to play in the Super Bowl for one game. Blah blah blah. It's crazy. It's you got as soon as it was reported that this happened.
Bruce Arians has got to be feeling some kind of way.
I thought about that when you said that.
As soon as it was reported, they had singled out a person in Bill Polian who has a vote, and they were saying that he didn't vote for Bill. And then he came out and he was like, "Well, I'm pretty sure I voted for Bill. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. I think I'm 80% sure I voted for him. My memory, I don't know, but it's like I want you guys. I do have a take on this, but I wanted you guys to tell me what was on your mind about it.
I think it's embarrassing for the people that voted. I mean, the guy's got 6 Super Bowls. He's got Super Bowls as defensive coordinator and some legendary China. You cannot tell the story of the NFL without him being a central part in it. And that's kind of part of my standard for Hall of Fame credentials. And I think that, for whatever reason, if you're not voting for him, I don't think you deserve to vote any further.
Bill included, Polian.
For damn sure. He probably he doesn't deserve a vote because he can't remember whether he voted. Like you're literally incompetent to vote by your own admission.
Yeah, stand on what you did. If you didn't vote for him, just be like, I ain't vote for him for whatever reason.
Yeah. They got some. What's the last president name? They got some Biden vibes.
Polian ain't no spring chicken, so it might be true.
That cocksucker in there now can't remember anything either. So let's not get carried away.
All of them. You're right about that.
Yeah. But no, I think this is crazy. This is like what are you not getting?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Like, okay, is it like Bill Polian was a Colts guy?
Yeah.
And so, like, okay, is it just this weird rivalry shit that's why you're not doing it? And like any of these other 11 guys or whatever, like, what's your reasoning? Explain it. I don't think you can credibly explain it without coming off small.
Yeah, it's
in the pants and in the mind.
Yeah, it's terrible, and it's crazy because even if that's the case, right, and that's bullshit anyway. As a competitor, you gotta respect that Bill Belichick whooped my ass, right? Like that we couldn't get past you. Like that alone should be like, all right, you know what? We were great, and they beat us almost every time. That should check them out.
No, fair enough, and I think that's a real thing. I mean, I operate from the belief that like unless you have like a real personal animus with somebody, if you compete with them repeatedly, like respect comes through at some point. It's just natural. It just should. I mean, there's people I've competed with, locally that like, first couple of times I'm like, this guy ain't fucking good or whatever, and then it's like you have enough battles, enough wars. You're like, I respect this guy. Like I appreciate what he brings to the table, and if you're at the NFL Hall of Fame level and you can't get past that, that's kind of crazy.
I'm on the opposite end. I think.
What rational argument do you have?
I think, I've been holding. Well, first of all, I'm the person I was screaming from the mountaintops and nobody would listen. So I just been so quiet about it for years and years and years. And yesterday was just like it was like OJ being free. It was like there has to be some level of integrity in sports. We're losing it with the gambling and the players taking a fall, and all of this stuff. And you just, with all of the cheating that went on with the Patriots, people multiple, how many ever people have to take a fall? Somebody has to be held accountable at the end of the day. The Hall of Fame is like heaven and hell at the end of your career. It's like, you know, when you live your life, that's your playing career, and at the end of the tunnel, it's the Hall of Fame. If you were good and you're an angel, you get in the Hall of Fame. If not, you're Bill Belichick. You understand where you're going? Deflategate and Spygate were real things. Now, people like to minimalize it. Oh, it's nothing, and oh, it was nothing. But if it wasn't nothing,
I don't think it was a damn thing.
Why do
I
it?
think Spygate was a thing. I don't think Deflategate was a thing. And I mentioned this earlier. If you watched that Colts AFC Championship game, it wasn't make it, take it. And it was 21-0 before you could blink. Like, they had no outcome on them beating the Colts.
You were minimalizing it to one game. These are things that happen over the course of seasons and seasons. They got caught a week before that game, but God knows how long they were doing it. And it was a thing. Number one, Bill Belichick received the largest fine in NFL history. Somebody thought that was a thing. Bill Belichick and the Patriots lost draft picks. Somebody thought that was a thing.
They felt it needed to be punished.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady lied. Oh, I ain't never talked to that ball boy. What ball boy? I don't even know his name. Look, turned out he had over 100, 200, 500 messages between him and the ball boy that they don't know. And he deleted all of them. Why delete them? And then also he deleted the messages between him and Bill. Who knows what type of foolishness these guys were up to other than what they got caught for? I'm going to tell you something, man. I am a good man to the women that I date. I pay the vast majority of the bills. I take them out. We go on trips. I buy purses and bags. I say good morning. I say good night. I text. I call. All of this good stuff. But if you call my ex and ask her, what, give me one thing about Bubba, that cheating motherfucker. That's what she gonna say. If you a cheater, you a cheater. And you must be held accountable. And listen, the owner, Robert Kraft, when his time came up, no Hall of Fame. Adam Vinatieri, kids, I know they lead you to believe that Tom Brady did all this miraculous stuff and won all of these Super Bowls, but I'm here to tell you, you go back, Adam Vinatieri had game-winning kick after game-winning kick in the type of weather that no kickers were making any goddamn kicks. Yeah. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick, his time has come. He's not in the Hall of Fame. I'm here to tell you, you cry now, go and get 30, 50 men in front of the White House. I'm here to tell you, get angry and upset now because they're showing it. It's here.
Oh, Tom Brady's gone.
The tea leaves are here. I'm just telling you.
He's gone first ballot.
Get upset now.
And I think
upset now.
And
so you're saying Brady's not making the Hall of Fame?
I'm telling you that the NFL has made us. They've put their foot down. Patriots, you cheated. It's a no-no. Everybody who has become eligible, not in.
I think then the league is just bullshit. Because if you didn't catch them and stop them when it mattered,
they did.
They didn't. They still won.
They can't kick them out.
Well, you can do what you need to do if it's that egregious. Nah, this is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of the nonsensical college thing where they vacate wins. Like, this is ridiculous if this is what's going on.
And
like, you have a duty. If you run this shit and you want to run it fair, you have a duty to root this stuff out and suspend, ban the people while they're here. Yeah. Don't wait till it's Hall of Fame time and everybody's retired. Yeah. That's fake as shit. That's weak.
And for Bill Belichick, we can't diminish all the stuff that he's done, man. He's a winning coach. And like you said, if you think about even him as a coordinator in New York and a defensive-driven team, these were the teams that were stopping Joe Montana and the 49ers, right? Like, yeah, he has done shit. He's been caught. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that takes away from his scheming. I don't think that takes away from his planning. And he cares about the sport. That's really the thing. I don't think a lot of people care about the Hall of Fame as much as Bill Belichick, and they still was like, fuck you. And I feel the same way about Tom Brady. I think the stuff that they were able to do pre-Patriots for Belichick and the stuff that Tom Brady was able to do post-Patriots is what should have solidified them, if nothing else. Because even outside of the Patriots organization, they both have found success in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And that is lame. And if we're going through what the moral or the merit police, start pulling people out.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
have,
Like,
but the NFL. See, basketball, everybody goes in.
yeah, that's the worst.
There
Hall of
is
Fame.
no, there's everybody gets in. If you have a post and you play the NBA, you get in. I'm sure Markel folks will get in, and when his time comes as well.
Dennis Schroeder's first ballot.
But baseball and the NFL, they have made stances over the they if you have shamed the league, if you have cheated on any type of circumstances, if you they do not let you. Now, Bill Belichick is going to get in.
Yeah, next time.
Tom Brady is going to get in. Just like Terrell Owens got in. But first ballot Hall of Fame, that's just that is a badge of honor that they deem serious, and it's a literal badge. And both of those guys are great, are awesome. Tom Brady is awesome. He's great. Bill Belichick is great, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Tom Brady as well. But when you cheat, when you lie, you have to be held accountable.
Then hold him accountable when it happened.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They did.
If you think that this deserves not being in the Hall of Fame, if you think it deserves this, you should have banned him when it happened. It should have been you were out of this game. If it's that serious, if you all care about it that much, then stand on fucking business and say you are banned for life.
Especially the way they fought, right? Like tooth and nail. Like it's almost like the justice system, right? Like if you know you're guilty and you about to take this shit to trial, they're going to hit you with the book, right? And like you said, he lied. They went to literally the Supreme Court, right? They took this to the court system. And they just was like 4 games, right? So it kind of like you said, like if it's that bad, even if it's not ban them, give them the year. Like let them know, like, hey, we're not playing. Here's the year for both of y'all. They gave Sean Payton the whole year, right?
But my thing, I mean, if this is this serious to you, then ban people. It's not this serious to me. You get your suspension, whatever. It's like it's time served in jail. You should be free to proceed after that point. I think that this is petty, small, and I don't respect it at all.
Or set precedent.
And if I do get in the next time around, my speech will be centered.
Or I was wondering,
you will not want to hear my speech because I will burn you the fuck down.
I know you would. I know you would.
I was thinking about that. Like, what will that speech sound like? Or like, would Belichick kind of pull a TO? Like, I'm not fucking coming. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Send me my jacket.
You could do that. You could stand there and just call out the 11 people that didn't vote for you.
Because he's going to find
supports
out.
Supports
I think it'll come out. I think
I would hire him out investigator.
I'll tell you what, though. One thing
and I would personally harass those people.
One thing that is going to come out is they're going to start, like, showing the votes.
Yeah.
Like how the NBA had to do it. Like when they started, like when the all NBA started affecting people's money.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, now we're going to see who voted for such and such instead of, X, Y, Z. But I do, I don't know, man. That's tough. Like that's really fucked up though. Like you really thought Bill Belichick wasn't going to be in?
I did not think that. I didn't think that this was going to happen. No.
Yeah, like that.
But it makes sense and it's consistent with what they have, and that's why I said, cry now, because when Tom Brady's time comes, like if Tom Brady comes around and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, that's going to be very weird for me.
And I think it's going to be weird.
I think it's going to be very weird because they've already set precedent, and all these other Patriot greats have not made it from that same exact era that they all were a part of. So you already did that. So I mean, what happened? And then Tom Brady was directly involved. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like Adam Vinatieri wasn't even like fucking involved. I mean, what? I mean, how is that helping the kicker make 56-yard field goal kicks in negative 10-degree weather? So and he was affected. He's not in.
Yeah.
So like, I'm telling you, I'm just saying.
I think Tom. Like I said, I think Tom Brady's coming to Tampa like washed away all his sins, because you can say he was successful outside of the Patriots.
But if I'm Tom Brady, no, but for real, if I'm Tom Brady and you don't put me in on the first ballot, don't vote again.
Yeah,
that is true.
Don't vote again.
That is true. I can't imagine
that. Coming. I ain't doing shit for you.
Tom Brady would come. Now he was gonna be the one who give that speech.
No. I'm just if he
that would be interesting to see what move he would make.
Yeah. Well, he's a bitch if he doesn't tell him not to vote again.
Yeah.
what if? Because I looked like Sports Illustrated. They published like different reasons why Bill Belichick didn't get voted in. What if Spygate has nothing to do with this? Because
what else did they offer?
Okay,
besides that?
so, and this is something that I heard from a MLB Hall of Fame voter, and I was like, damn, that maybe certain voters didn't vote for Bill Belichick because they felt like he was going to get in.
Yeah,
so
I saw
they
that,
voted
but
for somebody
that's
else.
Some weird
but
nonsense.
I've literally maybe like 3 weeks ago, I was on a podcast with a guy who votes for MLB Hall of Fame, and we were talking about why Derek Jeter wasn't unanimous. And he said voters do think like that. Like he was like, voters would be like, we know you're gonna get in, so like let me give this vote to somebody else who might be close. Yeah, and that's such a small, like 50 is a small number compared to like I think baseball is more closer to like 100 and something. I don't know how much about basketball. So, hey, 10 or 11 people feeling like that ain't a large number to have like the same thought process. You know what I'm saying? Like it had that. And it's kind of tying to the same thing they were saying, like it's some people who is their last time being on the ballot, so they wanted to look out for them. So
I don't understand, like so. If I'm a voter, what am I voting? Like I only have a couple votes, or like.
So I guess like I think you only can vote for like. How many people get in? Let's say 7.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming, like, okay, I'm thinking in my head, we have Hall of Fame nominees, which is a pool of people. Yeah. Maybe it's 15 guys, maybe 20 guys. Yeah. And then I guess my question would be like, what do I have like 10 votes to spread over that batch of folks, or how does that work?
Yeah, I believe you fill in the, let's say, out of this pool of 20, 7 people get in.
I got it right here.
Okay.
The NFL Hall of Fame voting is a multi-stage annual process conducted by 50 media-heavy committee that reduces a list of over 100 nominees to a final class of 4 to 8 inductees. Finalists are debated, so they all have to debate and talk amongst themselves.
That's when you get to like the 8. Now you're debating?
Yes. With 15 modern era players. Okay, narrowed down. They get down to 15, then they debate, narrow it down to 10. And then they debate and narrow it down to 5. You need 80% approval, which we talked about earlier.
40.
Okay.
While separate committees select senior coach and contributor candidates. So,
but coaches is separate then, right?
Well, no. I think what it's saying is like they do have like some like in every class there'd be like an older time football guy. And so I guess there might be a separate committee that determines who might be worthy of that. Yeah. Like some dude that played in the 60s or 70s or something.
Look, man, but I feel like this, I don't know if that's the reason. That's just like one of the theories. But I even told the guy, and he kind of got mad at us because it was like, that's sound like a hater. Bro, if you going to vote for like, if it's like you and Bubba, right? Bro, if I'm going to vote for you, I'm going to vote for you. I'm not going to say Brian's going to win anyway, so I'm going to give my vote to Bubba. Like, that don't make no damn sense.
That's a weird mentality to have.
But to hear that people actually think about that who vote in these situations, it really opened my eyes to be like, y'all shouldn't be fucking voting.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all shouldn't be voting, bro. Like, that's lame. Like, that don't even make sense.
No, it's super, super lame. Yeah. Once again, you're still on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Don't forget we're available on all podcast streaming platforms, including on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Once again, we got our guy Tony in here from Talking Game Podcast.
But you know what? If Tom Brady gets hosed and then does the don't vote again, you know how they have like the dude in the gold jacket show up at your house or whatever? That would be awesome to then have like Tom Brady just like shut the door in the guy's face. with no emotional reaction whatsoever.
It would
just leave him on the stoop and call security.
It's interesting, man. It kills the credibility though.
It is. You saw his ex is getting married to the Tom Brady's ex is getting married to that guy.
She hasn't mattered since the roast.
She has not mattered since the roast.
I always joke. Tom Brady realized he didn't really like her. He's like, I'm going back to work.
You know what's sad? They said that roast was so like bad that might be one of the last roasts we see in a while.
That's terrible.
Like, how what's the word I'm looking for? Not bad, but like how eviscerating. How How harsh it was. How harsh it was.
Yeah. No, that's.
But
wrong.
it was
that
like
was right where it needed to be.
It was right where it needed to be.
It was. I mean, everybody took shots and whatever. Yeah. You know what clip I saw the other day randomly? was Jamie Foxx at the Emmett Smith roast.
Oh man,
That was absolutely genius.
that's top 3 all time. Man. You remember that?
I do remember
when he
that.
went at that young comedian guy.
Oh, dude, that was.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have. Sometimes words hurt. We gotta fight. Hey, bro, it's only one way to go about this, dog. We gotta fight.
Then you lose the fight and you got nothing.
Yeah, but you gotta win, though. Like, you gotta win.
You might have to relocate.
He said that messed up his career too.
It
Like
did,
when he
yeah,
talked about
for
it,
sure.
like you know what I mean.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go from there. All right, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl a little later in the show, but I wanted to stay in football from right here, really quick here. Sheduer was named to the Pro Bowl as a replacement player. I'm gonna start here. This is what I think is a joke. I don't think the Hall of Fame thing is a joke. This Pro Bowl thing is like it's elite comedy joke. It's
If it was elite comedy, it would have like an element of irony, a twist. We wouldn't see it coming. It would be good. This is bad
didn't see
comedy.
this
Oh, I didn't see it.
No, come on.
we did
Yeah, I
not
didn't
see
No,
this.
but
coming.
that's not the funny part about it. This is the incompetent part. This is what I'm
Okay.
saying. This is not funny like it's crafted like a joke with a reveal or anything like that. This is just dumb. Like we're giving it too much credit to call it elite comedy.
I feel that.
Like this is just dumb. This is when you have people who don't think well and can't process information and they're asked to arrive at decisions. This is what you get.
Now, I like for the people like because I understand. Okay, well, hey, you know you got one guy in the Super Bowl, you got 2 other guys hurt. We called and asked 3 other guys. They said no. First of all, the 3 guys that you called and they said no. That tells you something. That should tell you something. Every year too. It's like it's not just one year. This is every single year.
Tyler Huntley last year.
Yeah, like guys do not want to be in the Pro Bowl. So why have the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
Do you
That's
know-
what it comes down to.
Do you know? Do you
No, it
know
does.
where they're going to have this Pro Bowl at TV-wise so you can watch it?
The channel you mean, or like
The channel.
physical
I'll give you
picture?
both of you guys one guess.
ESPN app.
ESPN News,
The Pro Bowl
On
is going to
Disney
be
Plus?
on Disney Plus,
Disney Plus,
a place where you can watch the Little Mermaid after it goes
and
on.
Hamilton.
In
I love
Hamilton.
Mm.
This is the jokeness I'm talking about. Like that's funny.
This is not even
It's-
On the Disney Family Channel app, whatever. Come on, man. And you know, if I'm and I understand. Okay, so they're saying nobody wants to play in it.
If you think
So-
a guy going to a whorehouse who can't get a boner is funny, this is your type of funny.
So what they're saying is, okay, if nobody wants to play in it, let's at least try to get people to watch it. And Sheduer gets numbers. So I understand their viewpoint on that. But by all accounts, they didn't reach out to Trevor. Trevor didn't say yes or no to it.
Right. But
Lawrence, the
are they
Jaguars.
still playing flag football though? Right.
Still playing flag football.
Yeah, 7-on-7 drill.
Still playing flag
Yeah,
football.
this is
Just get rid of the game.
Get rid of the
Name
whole
the
thing.
guys.
Get rid
Name
of
the
the whole
guys. Just say, hey, Drake May was a Pro Bowler, and whatever, and Josh Allen was a Pro Bowler, and this.
yeah, so that their Hall of Fame resume includes 7-time Pro Bowl guy. That no,
And
you're
you
right.
still hold the because now
no prestige
It's
to it.
no. It's absolutely no prestige to
Well,
it.
it's like for all first team NBA, second team NBA,
Yeah.
like it's not
It's just a
connected
list.
to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's a list that carries value at the end of the year in terms of resume and contract kickers and things of that
1000%.
nature. No, I agree with you. The Pro Bowl has obsoleted itself long ago, and to me, the Pro Bowl, when Kobe died, ESPN stayed on the Pro Bowl like for a way too long a period of time. Like TMZ's confirming this and other outlets are confirming this. And I'm watching ESPN waiting for them to switch on to coverage about Kobe dying or at that moment possibly dying. And they're just rolling with the Pro Bowl. Like that was insane. I'll never forget that.
Damn.
That was unforgivably stupid.
Yikes!
I remember that. Because I
Yeah.
remember waking up because it was just on.
Yeah.
And my girl's like, I think Kobe died. And I looked and the Pro Bowl was on. I was like, well, it ain't no ESPN yet.
Yeah.
I like literally remember, I was like, it ain't no ESPN yet. Then it came across the ticker. And I was like, shit, let me turn.
Yeah.
Like, I literally turned to CNN, so I do remember that.
The ticker is nowhere near enough.
My dad...
No, you stop everything.
My dad says, he always say the Pro Bowl ended when they moved it from Hawaii. Like, that's the thing. Like, and that's probably part of the reason why the players don't want to go. Like, it's different when you taking a trip to Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like, and moving the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl, too, because now you can't have Drake May. You know what I'm saying? You can't have those guys who played in the Super Bowl. And even if they didn't play in the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl because they were still banged up, you still catch Tom Brady out there, at least with a jersey on, throwing the ball around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just terrible, man. And part of it, I joke. When Sean Taylor took that punter out, everybody's like, "I'm sick of this shit." I'm not doing it.
That was probably the last great Pro Bowl moment.
Yeah, for real. But hey, and they was like, "Hey, if they hitting like that in exhibition, I'm good." But I feel the same way. I said that earlier on my podcast. Hey, send them a Letterman jacket, give them a ring or something, because they still need those accolades for their heaven or hell situation in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a good. Yeah, y'all didn't say nothing when I said it.
No, it wasn't bad. That was straight.
I freestyled that.
I was still disagreeing with the whole notion that it was somehow okay that Belichick's not in.
But I feel like you say you need that 6-7 times. But as of right now, and I'm a huge Sheduer fan. That's why I hated talking about it, because it made it seem like I was anti-Sheduer, and I'm a huge Sheduer fan. But as of right now, he should not have Pro Bowl next to his name.
Yeah,
my man has 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah. Now, before we move on here, one thing I did learn is that, you know, if you're named a replacement, like you don't receive any additional finances for it. There's no.
Oh really?
Yeah, nothing.
You don't even get your expenses covered getting to the game.
Maybe so, but I'm talking about like bonus and all that stuff. Like,
I was saying, damn, they already on a little contract.
Sheduer's got that Southwest app right
now.
Gotta
come out your own pocket now.
But like, hold on, Delta fly down.
Sheduer, I heard if you book your flight at 2:37 a.m., you get the best possible rates.
Yeah, man.
All right. Shout out to Lewis, man. He gave us a $5 saying talk that talk, bro. Appreciate the $5, Lewis.
Appreciate that.
All right. As a super chat. All right, now let's move it along here. Okay. Let's get to some basketball, man, because this is another huge story that dropped today. Okay. Giannis reportedly ready for Bucks trade at NBA deadline. Latest rumors on aggressive offers. So they've been receiving aggressive offers all day since then. I have a topic at the end of the show I was going to talk about, but it was interesting because Doc Rivers last night, he was saying how like Embiid is the most talented person he's ever coached. And I thought when I was listening, I was watching it live. It was a pregame thing. And I was like, damn, like you can't say that when you're coaching Giannis. Yeah. And because like, remember, Giannis, he really doesn't like have beef or say anything or get into it with other players like hardly ever. Yeah. The one time he ever did was with James Harden. When James Harden told him he wasn't skilled.
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
was just a big guy who can run and jump.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're Doc Rivers and you're coaching, you can't come out and say, hey, I'm not saying that Giannis wants to be traded because Doc Rivers saying that Embiid's way more skilled than him. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you can't say that when you're trying to retain a guy that you're trying to retain.
Yeah, and it's not even about trying to retain him. It's respecting him.
Yeah,
like it's complete. Like again, I always say the things that don't need to be said. This does not need to be said while you're head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck.
Yeah.
If you get fired or he gets traded and we're a year or so down the line and you're on somebody's podcast,
that's fine.
It is what it is. But this is just not. Just a needless thing to say. It serves no purpose
at all.
Yeah.
Now they're coming out. You know, of course, they're saying that Miami Heat has made an offer. You're coming out with all of these teams. Golden State has made an offer. You know, so when you take a look at it,
let's give you one-legged Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's a part of it.
And Kuminga, yeah,
with some picks.
Yeah,
that's exactly the trade.
Yeah, it's about all they have to offer.
Crazy.
So, like,
you know what they need to get rid of is Podzinski.
You don't like
him?
I think he's a piece of shit.
You like Pods?
No.
He's so up and down to his ridiculous.
He is.
He should be a 6-man, like the way
No, he's just a loser.
Oh man,
he's not without some ability.
Yeah.
But what he is you think he's something, but he's not. And to the extent you rely on him, you lose.
What's the white kid from Minnesota? DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
Which one you like more? DiVincenzo or Pop?
Yeah, I take DiVincenzo.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
day. I think he has an inner toughness. I think he's just I think he's a winning guy with a limited ability.
That's what going to college for multiple years get you though. Like
I'm not sure about that. I'm not a big college guy. I'm not.
Give me some teams that you want to see.
I think that you're a winning guy or you're not winning. Like you're born that way.
You
Like,
think so?
Yes.
You don't think you can be molded?
No.
Like
not
especially
like
at a young age. That's why I say like he
It's a
went
DNA thing.
like he was in Villanova for like 3 years with
Nah,
Jay Wright.
it ain't
I
all
think
that.
helped.
Nah, it ain't all that. I think more likely is like he got to Villanova or like in the recruiting process, he's like, I belong with these guys. Like they're the guys I fuck with.
Okay.
Yeah, you like it's the attraction of the commonness, and you're like you go on your visit, and it's like, oh no, these guys, they're like me. They're
about what I'm about.
They're not, we're the most important thing of the day is not smoking weed, and whatever, and like we're here to win and play, and that's I think you're just drawn to that if that's who you are. But if you go there and man, these motherfuckers are serious. I didn't even get to smoke till after dinner. But then you belong somewhere else, probably where Podzinski played.
That's what's his name said that about the Heat.
D-Wade said
No.
draft day.
He was the number 2 overall draft pick.
Beasley.
Yeah. He was
I
like, I didn't know
cannot
that NBA was that serious.
take that jackass on another podcast. I cannot.
I feel like he's growing though. I feel like
oh no,
no. From where he was at, I feel like he's growing.
His brand is fake trauma. That's what it is.
No, it's real trauma.
That's
real trauma.
When you brand it and that's what you are, it becomes your brand is fake trauma.
I get
I
it.
guess that's
branded
fair.
as trauma.
I guess
I
that's
get what you're
fair.
saying. That's it.
Yeah. I guess that's fair.
Because people with trauma, they're not branding that
Yes,
shit.
it's fair.
Giannis is trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally lived his entire 17 years of life in fear of being deported on a daily basis with no money, like doing random shit just to eat.
Yeah.
That's trauma too. Like he ain't talking about it.
I see what you're saying. It's sort of like some of these new rappers who only talk about like I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, but
he did. Hold on 1 second. He did probably make a pretty penny off his documentary or that Disney movie.
That's the way to do it, man. Make a Disney movie. Don't sit on every like lame podcast in the country and talk about, I don't have any friends, man. I can't trust anybody.
yeah, he did say they didn't have any friends.
Yeah. Play some defense, motherfucker. You'd still be in the league.
Right? Still young enough to be in the league.
Speaking of the league,
Oh, yeah.
what are some teams here that we want to see Giannis on?
Warriors would be nice.
I don't think the Knicks. I don't think they just don't have enough. They just don't have enough.
I don't like the Knicks because we saw Giannis with a small guard already. That's not a pass first guard, and it don't work.
Dame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we saw that. I mean, now the difference is Dame wasn't used to being off the ball, and Jalen Brunson is because he played with Luka. But I just don't know how you get Giannis the ball in like places for him to score with that.
Jalen cannot go off the ball at this point in his career.
No, I was gonna say he ain't been off the ball for about 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, but he can, right? Like it's not as foreign as it was for Dame. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, I don't think.
I don't like it for the Knicks.
Once it's out of the genie's out of the bottle, you can't get it back in.
I feel you.
So it's like James Harden. Like he couldn't ever go back to playing some other way. If he had stayed in OKC and evolved through that, he would never have become what he became. But you wouldn't have the problem of trying to reel that back in.
1,000%.
But again, if he goes to the Knicks and Towns leaves the Knicks, I might actually like the Knicks.
Defensively, that's going to be tough to score against. And rebounds is going to be wild. I mean, Mitchell Robinson already.
With Mitch, Giannis, and then you got the 2 wings.
Yeah.
And then you can hide Jalen wherever you want to hide him.
Yeah. I think it's a better. I mean, I'm not a Knicks guy.
Yeah.
And Cat has got to get out of there for me to appreciate any of this. But that's it. I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but maybe Minnesota would be fun.
You go Cat. Well, Cat and Giannis match up straight up. Like they don't have to give up nothing.
Salary wise, but no, the Knicks because the Knicks have 0 picks. That's why that's not. That's not appealing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you guys. You don't like Giannis. I mean, you don't like Cat. And I saw in your podcast, you guys were talking about what Cat has been going through early in the season.
Yeah.
I'm okay on Cat. I'm lukewarm on Cat. He's not one of my guys.
Yeah.
But I think you can win with him.
Do you think the trade talks have like affected Cat? Because that's what my co-host was saying. And if so, today's a terrible day for Cat.
I know that's what y'all was saying on that clip that I saw and commented on. But I think that Brunson and the team and the system is affecting Cat. That's what I think is affecting Cat.
I can feel that.
Now, Cat has a lot of flaws now.
I just think Cat is easily affected.
Cat has flaws.
Pussycat.
Yeah. He's not the strongest thread in the you know.
He couldn't back down Westbrook last night.
He's loose pussycat.
Hey, still a high floor. Because Cat's floor is 17 and 10. That's not a terrible floor. That's loose pussy.
Now, Miami Heat is another team that's high on it, giving aggressive.
I don't like that either.
I don't want him with the Heat. I just don't. I don't like the Heat. I don't think that they've. I don't think they have enough to trade for Giannis and still have a good team. So it's kind of like, what is the attraction of that?
That's the thing. And then they only have their picks. So like if you're trading him over, you're gonna assume that they're gonna be a playoff contention team at the very least. So like, what are those picks really are? Teams at the very best. You know, and then are you including Bam in there?
That's counterproductive.
That's counterproductive.
I like Dallas.
If AD is involved in the
trade,
flip AD.
If I like your team, it's because AD's not on it. Like that's pretty much it.
To me, the only two teams that have enough, well, three, because I saw Kendrick Perkins mention Houston. But to me, the only two teams that I would like, if I was the Bucks, I would be calling opposed to like fielding offers. Is OKC and San Antonio.
That's not true. That's good. I mean, like that. That's not the full. Those are two teams though.
Because OKC has enough to give me, like, and I'm looking at it from both perspectives, right? OKC has enough to give away and still be good.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Giannis, okay, I'm not going to basically Milwaukee again, like he would be doing in Miami.
Yeah.
And then same with the Spurs.
But let me tell you something though. Both of those teams, I don't think you can do it right now.
What you saying? Like wait till the end of the year?
You have to see what this year brings for both of those teams. Do you agree? Like you kind of just.
I'm not as.
I don't know about
much.
the Spurs.
I understand it, but like opportunity knocks, and maybe there's a deal to be made here.
If you're the Spurs, you're pulling the plug. Like you're just. Remember, you're still going to give up the ransom for Giannis. And you're still going to have enough on the back end. But this is a guy who's had, 3 consecutive calf injuries.
But the way I'm looking at it, I'm not looking at it as a timing of this now or never. I'm like, I still need to know what the trade looks like.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm basing it off of. So to me, OKC has way more assets than San Antonio. Because I'm not breaking up Wemby, Castle, and Harper. Now, if I could do a Fox-centric trade, I would do that. But I honestly be surprised if that's enough. So I don't think they've got enough. And so therefore, I probably wouldn't make the trade because there's no way I disrupt those 3 guys. But if you look at OKC, to me, something Chet-centered might work. And I would do that. I don't think Chet's that valuable that I would, if I could. And again, they have more of these like other extra piece guys that I think are pretty good players.
Wallace, AJ Mitchell.
Yeah, if they could kind of put that together around Chet, so you keep obviously Shea, you keep Jaylen, and then you have that, and then whatever you got left after that, you probably can live with.
You probably got to give up Dort or Caruso to like one of those. But that's the good thing about OKC. It's like they have 2 of everything.
Yeah, but the problem is though,
like Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Chet has been clearly their second best player. Jaylen hasn't been the same guy after that injury. But I don't know if he's going to get to form. I mean, he's young, so you just assume he may, but he may not.
I agree. Think for him, it's next year.
But you also,
and that's maybe next year.
You also have to look at it like if we're bringing in Giannis, that affects how Chet would play, and so he's not going to be, you know.
Oh, you're saying them two together and
yeah,
and all
that's
that.
not. Yeah, that's why. I mean,
I don't know.
I do.
Chet is a strong shooter.
It's not just about being a strong shooter. It's just
And
like
then defensively, you look at that. That
They
that would
cleaning
work.
up a lot of
That would work.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that would work.
But in any event,
especially
OKC is not making that move at the deadline.
And I'm not convinced that, like, whatever Chet's numbers are right now, that, like, playing with Giannis and Shea and whatever, that, like, that doesn't bring him down to, like, 12 and 8.
Sure.
And then what do we...
Sure. What are we paying you a max contract? Yeah.
So that's the other thing.
The surprise team, and I said this about a month or so ago, is the Hawks. The Hawks have a ton to give because of the high picks that they have to swap with the Pelicans, and I mean they have the Pelicans pick, they have their pick, they have the number one pick from the what was that, a year or two ago?
The most irrelevant number one pick.
He's solid. He's okay. He's coming out to be an okay player, but definitely not like number one overall pick thing. We talked about that before the show. Yeah. But yeah, they got a lot in their weaponry now. In conference trades are a little trickier, and all of that stuff. But I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna make a play in all of that, because I still err on the side of, especially like if you're the Hawks, it's keeping what you have. Yeah. Because that could turn out to be the number one overall pick. And it's like, I know it depends on what draft. Well, it's in this draft coming up. Yeah, and look at those guys.
This draft looks pretty good.
I'd rather have one of those top 3 guys than Giannis. Yeah. I just would. I know we have no idea what those guys are going to become. Right. But I would.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay. And then where's Atlanta? Atlanta's 10, right?
Yeah.
With, the Hornets started off so terrible because they still almost 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
So they'll probably still make the play-in. Maybe I would try not to make the play-in if I'm Atlanta. I'm with you.
But it's the Pelicans bit you got to look at. So where are the Pelicans at?
The Pelicans are currently last in the West.
That's what you got to look at.
Yeah, that's the pick.
That's the pick.
The interesting thing about that pick, or at least one of these picks, are the Bucks have a pick swap with the Pelicans too.
But so the Hawks control the Pelicans pick.
Yeah.
And they still have their own first round pick.
Yes.
See, I mean, again, I would stand on my guns. I wouldn't just sit there and bend over. I would say, hey, you could get our pick.
Yeah, you get these picks.
Which may be late lottery potentially.
Yeah. So I got 2 questions. Well, I'll ask this one first. If you're the Bucks, are you looking for pieces to start your rebuild immediately, or are you looking for cap space and picks?
I don't think cap space does you much good in Milwaukee.
I feel that.
I think you need, assets or picks more over cap space.
Okay. And the second question, you feel the same way?
Yes.
And the second question is, would you do, if you're Houston, are you trading Şengün and like Torrey Eason for Giannis? Because that's what Kendrick Perkins was talking about on ESPN.
I think Kendrick Perkins is a jackass, and I'm not moving Şengün for damn near anything.
Really? I don't know.
If I had a point guard, I don't think Giannis is making the impact that everyone thinks about when you just think about that trade and that deal. Like Şengün is pretty much their point center, if you will.
Yeah.
So he that offense runs through him. I know KD is scoring the points.
That's what I'm saying. Like but Şengün is your most important player on that team. He does a tremendous amount of stuff. He's much younger than Giannis.
Yeah.
I'm not moving him. And, it just doesn't make sense to. And his growth, along with the Thompson brother, you're kind of already set for KD to be a 1-2 year rental guy, and you still have the foundations of a very strong team.
Şengün plays. Like, look at his games played. Like, I knock on wood, but that guy's on the court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that has value as well.
No, dude, he's terrific.
So I wouldn't do it. Now, I wasn't as turned off as you were, but I was just like, nah.
I didn't think about the point guard situation. And that's the thing that, when people, and even me, when you're playing like fantasy GM and you just like trade this guy, like that is a big dynamic. It's like, so who's gonna bring the ball up?
Yeah,
because they're even struggling with Şengün doing that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So like,
and Giannis is okay, but he's a level below Şengün, even in that department.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I understand that Giannis can do some of that too. All right. No, that's good stuff. We'll be, hopefully by next week we'll have a idea of where Giannis is going to go.
But again, all of this was foreshadowed with the kids moving to Greece.
Yeah. You talked about early in the year that this was going to happen.
That this was going to happen.
Now, Lewis is saying Cat is soft, and
hey, imagine that.
Giannis to Toronto. Toronto got some stuff as well.
They do.
They got some stuff, but Giannis will have to sign off on that, and I can't see him.
Him being an international
player,
that's
what made me pause,
makes it easier, and people like Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's dope.
Yeah,
people like Toronto.
But yeah, I mean, he'd have to sign off. I don't know. Again, what is that? Are we talking Scotty Barnes, or what are we talking as part of that trade?
Yeah.
And then what remains other than Grady Dick?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Why did I not see that coming? I don't know why.
I'm good, man.
Is it true that he can't do like jersey swaps no more?
They stopped the league.
It's probably for the best.
The league put a stop to it.
That's all right. Yeah, all right.
I think after the Magic one, they were
like, all right, it's enough. And there was so many more.
They didn't have any problem. They didn't have any problem taking White Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
You get that Black Dick out there, we got problems. Shut it
Harden.
down.
Yeah.
No Moss.
No Moss, man.
That's crazy.
That was a good one.
Tyrese Maxey. That's crazy. There's so many.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, though.
Let's go here. All right. So, of course, Cleveland and Lakers, they're playing tonight. Okay, and there's been this growing sentiment this week that the Cavs are open to a LeBron reunion part 2, 3. And
I have to interject something.
Go ahead.
I have been a Donovan Mitchell hater for a long time. And I went to the game Saturday night here.
Orlando Magic?
Yeah.
That motherfucker could score, man.
It was unreal.
It was
unreal. And literally for the first 3 quarters of the game, like he didn't necessarily play a lot. Like he was out a lot. You're just like, okay, what's going on? And then the 4th quarter comes around, and he is in control of every offensive possession, and the efficiency of it is incredible. It just was like it was stunning to watch.
He played against. They beat us, the 76ers, about 2 weeks. I watched that whole game. He was just like, it was just nothing we could do with him.
Yeah.
He got to everywhere he wanted to go. It was like every spot was his spot. You know how they say, yeah, when that guy gets to his spot, it was like every spot was his spot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I was like, if you looked at the array of scoring, he had an answer for everything. First off, he gets the ball at the top, and he's so wide and strong that like nobody's knocking him off the ball. Nobody's going to knock the ball away from him. And then, whether he kind of gives you like the little hesitation, the jabs, and then goes by you, or if you get close enough and he kind of almost like spins off your body. He hit step backs. He got like into the middle of the lane and kind of did this like sort of front, like it's not really like a traditional floater, but it's like a front low off tempo release. And then a couple times he had kind of like the long armed right-handed high off the backboard finish. He had something for everything. And so that was the thing. You're not just like strategically, if we get him off these 2 spots, like he's in trouble. No, you're in trouble the whole time.
Yeah, you got to put 2 on the ball.
It was crazy.
He's a professional
scorer.
Professional scorer. I was going to say,
because it was like, and that's what it really felt like that. Because it was like, and if you really think it's tremendous amount of energy you have to do that for the majority of a 4th quarter. So it kind of explained, okay, that's why he kind of was not in a whole ton during the first 3 quarters. I mean, he was playing, he was in the flow, whatever. But come 4th quarter, it was me time, man. It was crazy.
No. And the skill in this league is ridiculous. I mean, can you think about it? Donovan Mitchell is whatever you got him at, 8 to 15, best player in the league is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they had when the Cavs, the Lakers visiting the Cavs tonight. Pre-game, like when you walk into the visiting locker room where the Lakers were in, they had this thing on the TV like "Welcome Home, LeBron." Then they had another one that was like "Welcome Home, Bronny." And And so they had that.
We believe you were conceived here.
So they had that little moment. What do you guys think of this? LeBron returned to Cleveland.
First of all, I think that's a little weird to put that in essentially what's going to be the visiting locker room in front of his current teammates. That's kind of bush league stuff right there.
It is weird.
I don't think that's cool. The notion, I mean, he needs a place to go if he wants to keep playing. And so for him to go back there, they took him back once. Twice. I'm not a fan of the place. You know, I mean, maybe it's like, you know, what are the girls you bang? You could always circle back.
You always got those
circle back.
First of all, Cleveland just blew the Lakers the fuck out by 30.
Okay.
And, for real?
Yeah, 129 to 99.
It's 30 if you're scoring at home.
The Lakers, they always ruin any moment. That's supposed to be LeBron's by losing.
Is there? I haven't paid attention.
LeBron had a stinker.
He lost. They lost when he won the scoring title. I mean, broke the scoring
became the
title.
all-time scorer.
They lost when he played with Bronny.
Okay.
They lost. Like, if I can go back to like other moments, but whenever there's awesome. Like a iconic LeBron moment. The Lakers lose. Yeah, the Lakers lose. Like, we have failed him in his like iconic moments or whatever. You got to talk about it in the loss. But I think it's gonna happen. But I was talking to one of my cousins, and LeBron need to leave them people alone, man. Like, leave Cleveland alone. You know you got him on emotional heartstrings. If he comes, they're gonna expect a championship, or like it's almost gonna be a failure for them. Because they're already basically a ready-made team that needs a small forward. So they're going to look at LeBron as he's supposed to be the savior. But I think it's going to happen. I really feel like LeBron's trying to go for 25 years to get that nice quarter of a century number.
25 years.
And why not do it in
That's
Cleveland?
what? That's next season?
2 years. Because he's in 23.
So 2 more years?
2 more years, yeah.
I don't know.
But
man.
I also, when I watch LeBron as a Lakers fan, I don't know if he got it in him. Like, he went 3 for 10 tonight.
With 6 turnovers, yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we've watched LeBron's whole career. We're old enough to have seen it. You see LeBron go in the lane now. It's a lot more finger rolls, jellies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
like 90% more.
You feel me? Yeah. So like, I don't know how much he got, but
he dunks on breakaways and fast breaks.
That's it. You know, so I don't know. I think it'll be cool. It's a nice story, but maybe it's my fatigue of LeBron as a Lakers fan. Just retire.
Yeah.
Just bow out.
I would say this. I wouldn't totally shock me, but I don't find the prospect particularly exciting either.
No, I don't. I wish, I'm a Luka guy. I wish they could move off of him at the deadline.
LeBron?
Yeah. The truth is, they're not going to move off of. They're not going to move off of Austin.
I wish we should.
They're not going to move off Austin Reeves. And LeBron has this no trade clause, and it's kind of tough to move him at the deadline because of how much money he's making. So, that's a problem, man. And then when you think about it, like, okay, the season's going to end, and then we're going to enter a whole new season. I don't know how much he has left to make an impact on a Cleveland team. That seems to be, they have a lot of talent, but they always leave us like, disappointed in the playoffs, or at least the last two years or so. So, I don't know how he's going to view himself after this year. Is it because remember what was this about 4 or 5 years ago? He was like, I'll never take less than the max. Yeah. Well,
that's the thing. We're going to Cleveland.
No. After this year, you're gonna have to take less than the max. Almost anywhere you go. Maybe Cleveland. I don't know.
Even Cleveland, because Mobley is a max player. Donovan Mitchell's a max player. Jalen Allen's
making some money.
Some money. Darius Garland's making good money.
Hunter's making some money for.
He's probably gonna take like the vet minimum to go to Cleveland.
So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I just. Now, another prospect is him and Curry. Now, I've heard a couple of things, like either him going to Golden State on like whatever type of deal, or them two going to like Charlotte together. I've heard some wonky things today.
Really?
But I've heard it's either Cleveland or it's him and Steph somewhere.
Okay.
The only Golden State needs to go young. Like, all right, enough getting these old guys trying to figure it out. If you're going to try and get Curry another chip, you got to go young. But the only thing that makes me feel like LeBron's not going anywhere is you don't spend what they say $100 million on like a compound in LA to say I'm going to Cleveland. Like that's the only thing that makes me feel like he's not going anywhere. Is like, yeah, you might want to stay where you spent all that money building a home.
He can't stay with the Lakers.
Not for no max deal.
I don't think for any amount of money. I think.
You think it's sour?
No, not sour. I think because Pete made a comment pre-show just about we were talking about Bronny, and it's just about how they're so Luka centric now, and Bronny just may not be something that Luka wants on the court. Because remember, like in the last year or whatever, like JJ Redick will find moments to get Bronny in the game with meaningful minutes. Now he only plays when they're up 50 or down 50, but like now it's totally Luka's team. LeBron just doesn't fit into that. Like they're making it work now because of whatever. They're making it whatever, but he doesn't fit into a Luka team. And I think next year they're going to go all in on a Luka-centric team. I think they're going to give everything Luka wants and needs.
As they should.
As they should, yeah.
But and that goes. I mean, he's got the compound in LA. It kind of goes to the. And it was telling last week when we were talking about the Jeannie Buss story that like she contemplating trading him to the Clippers.
Yeah.
So like no other team was considered. Like So
that's what made it kind of realistic.
Maybe he is to live and die in LA.
Hey,
yeah. I mean, but Golden State is not like a terrible. You know what I mean? That's reasonable.
LeBron and Golden State.
Coast.
It kind of goes back to like what we were saying with Giannis. Is like Golden State's still small and old if you put LeBron out there, right? Like LeBron's not going to grow to be 7 foot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And we've just talked about one of Bron's superpowers was his athleticism, right? That's gone. And you really do nothing but better
IQ,
Draymond Green.
IQ and shooting.
You know what I'm saying?
He
like,
still shoots better though.
He does shoot better, but now you got two
But still he's
guys.
not an elite shooter though. That's the other thing.
Not elite, but he's very passable.
Yeah.
He's very passable.
He get by.
Yeah. All right. I just thought that was interesting to bring up here.
Yeah.
Let's get to some random stuff here, and then we'll get back to a couple of basketball topics. All right. You still on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. All right. I came across this video here. Well, the editor sent it to me. I said, I'll let Pink have some fun with it.
Oh, well.
Let's go here. It's a video.
I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change.
It's not going to change, Pink.
There ain't no fun to be had if it ain't at a funeral.
What is that?
What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
Think about it. Only thing I'm celebrating is funerals. I ain't laughing at none of this.
With an S on it.
I feel you on that, man.
Nah,
I thought it was. I mean, was this planned? I thought it was. I just found it weird to see them two on stage together.
Yeah, they was talking
that
about
came
it
out of
last
the
week
blue.
or so.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Was it after? Did it have? I mean, did it have something to do with the Charlie Kirk Foundation thing? Where like, you think this was put into play after that? You know what I mean?
Wasn't she at some turning point event a week or two ago?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The
She's out there. Her whole family is a bunch of sexual predators and miscreants, and she's out here trying to get pardons. And she's going to show up to her events and be the Candace Owens blackface in the white crowd.
The pardon. But and also, I don't know if it's true or not. I know she was born in Trinidad, but I'm not sure if she has her, papers and all of that.
Hey,
maybe that's a part of
Avoid being deported, whatever. Like she's sucking up to these people
to get something.
So of course she is.
Yeah.
She's a woman. Like, come on.
Yeah, and
whoa.
Talking game does not stand by Brian's comments.
Whoa.
No, talking game doesn't stand by the truth.
Yeah, and the thing about it though is like how random it is, right? Like
it's not. That's the thing. It's not random. It is. There is a very specific thing that she wants out of this. She's selling her soul to these people for a reason. She didn't just wake up one day and feel like, hey, I want to be a Republican. No, you have some agenda that you're trying to get over and trying to get something out of selling your soul. So take the soul, start the funeral, move it on.
Yeah, the funny thing about that clip, I don't know if you saw the whole thing, is like after she said what she had to say, it was so awkward. Like she didn't know what to do, and she was like, "Should I go this way?
Should I go? Yeah, should I get off now?"
And Trump was like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. It just kind of like shooed her off, man. I don't know, man. I hate when people like do stuff like this because like I'm a fan of like Nicki Minaj music.
Yeah, like,
so it's like
I do. I fucks with Nicki Minaj's
like
music, but it's
when I
like
see stuff like this, it's like I don't know if I do like your music.
You know what I mean?
Right? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. And it goes back to, man, I say this more and more the older I get. Can we go back to not knowing who people voted for? Like, can we like go back to like not stand like
that genie's out of the bottle as well.
You feel me? Like that used to be a thing.
There's no going back.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll ask certain people who you voted for, they be like, "Yo, chill." Like you know what I'm saying? I don't talk about that shit. Now it's bumper stickers, hats, T-shirts, tattoos.
I need to know so I know how to deal with you. That's the way I'm at.
I feel you. Because that was a thing, too. When Trump won the first time, it was like the hidden Trump vote. Because so many people were talking bad about him. But it's like, well, somebody voted for his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel you on that, too.
So a man chooses 1 year in prison over returning this... I'm going to get to that. A large amount of money mistakenly sent to his bank account.
I think it was like a little over $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 1.5 billion, but you know, when you go into USD, it's 1 million, a little over 1 million USD. So that's the talk. What do? You go to prison for a year?
I guess the fascinating thing is like the agreement explicitly says you get to keep the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
See y'all in a year.
I mean, here's the deal. Like, think about this, Bubba. You have to make like $1 million a year for that to not make sense. If you make 150, go to the jail. That's 6 years of work that you just did for 1 year in jail.
But see, because a lot of people
you get to chill, read some books, maybe get fit in the yard.
I'm just so swole.
But think about this though, because it showed like the billion and the 275 million or whatever. But we know when it's you know, when you go to USD, it's only 1 million. So a lot of people in the comments and things were under the thinking of this is whatever 275 million, 1 billion, whatever. Now it's 1 million. Say it's 1 million. Now think about this: you get a record. You're gonna lose your current job that you're on more than
I mean, again,
for the average person.
It all depends. Like, what is his job?
Yeah.
Now,
think about most jobs though.
But it don't matter. Like, if he's got a $55K a year job,
yeah,
you take the $1 million. You figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Figure what out? You're gonna have a record. You're gonna be a black man with a record.
But
you got $1 million.
Yeah, you got $1 million,
and that you could just sit on that for the year. Maybe you get $1.1 million, $1.15 by the time you get out. Like,
think about.
I am thinking. Like,
No, not you. Think about like your average idiot that we talk about.
No. Okay, so here's the deal. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to do it. It makes sense for people that are making less money to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's a math problem.
I'm going to jail. Brian, you stay out of this. All right? We ain't talking to you. All right? You're officially out of this conversation. I'm not pocket watching, but you talk too damn much. All right? I'm going to jail.
I'm going to jail.
All right? I'm sitting down. I'm doing my fucking time. I just want to make sure whatever, I think somebody was like, it's $300 is the most you can have. Just keep the 300 on my books, so I get out. All right, I got $975,000, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm still taking it and running, and also because I get what you're saying about the idiots, right? He's gonna get out of jail and be like, "Oh shit, let me go get this Ferrari." And
you know what I
dumb
mean?
shit. No, I'm also, like you said, put that shit in the bank for this whole year. So when I come out and it's $1.1 million, I'm still not even touching that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling out the $100K.
The reality, yeah, you could probably just you spend the year in jail, and then you could kind of like, if you do the investments right, you make, like I said, maybe 1.1, 1.15 when you get out, and then you could probably generate an income off of that of easily $50,000-$60,000 conservatively if that's what your existing job was, and now you don't have to go to fucking work.
There you go.
Then you can just become a podcaster.
Yeah.
And talk about how you
I'm
made
the guy.
this money.
I'm the guy that went.
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
Take a look at that guy, though. I think he's got a mixtape in him.
Okay, there you go.
Come on, man. He definitely. And he can actually rap about real shit.
There we go.
How he got the money, went to jail, didn't snitch on nobody, held it down. Come on, man. We love to hear shit like that.
Bro, he's
Lock me up.
He's working.
Throw away the key.
I'm telling you.
He's working on his pen the whole time.
Come on,
He's
man.
working on his pen the whole time.
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff, man.
Plus, where was this? Where was he at?
Nigeria, I believe. Oh, well, it's a Nigerian man. So I believe it was Nigeria.
And when you think about like him not being America, right? Like, how far does that money go for him?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what if only a quarter of that or a 10% of that buys him a big ass house?
Yeah.
You know, in a spot where he can chill. They probably don't got property taxes like how we got. You feel me? Like you said, Brian, like I said, you stay out of this. I'm taking my ass to jail. All right.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely going. We can do the podcast from jail.
Hey, do it over the phone. It'll be audio for you.
Oh no,
Bubba will be broadcasting from the prison shower tonight.
Yes.
Prepare for bizarre noises.
Now this next one, we talked about it last week. We don't have to spend much time on it, but I would like Tony's comment on it. And let me get this thing up here so I can. My eyes are not as good. Here we go. So another song has leaked from J. Cole. Okay, and I'm just not the biggest J. Cole proponent. These days. Now this bar says, if the streams say you're winning, why your tours is losing? When the math ain't mathing, of course you're juicing. That means the bots is boosting. And he's talking about somebody and some guys. My thing is, man, sit down and talk about the suns and the flowers and the bumblebees. Stop talking about guys. It's over with, man. It's over. I don't want to hear you talking. I used to jam J. Cole every day. But that's over with, man. The sneak dissing guys and all of that. We don't want to hear that no more from you.
But there's no other context to who he's referring to now.
No, no, it's not. Now, it's a bunch of speculations. Of course, the first mind people are going to talk about Kendrick. But, you know, Kendrick tours, I mean,
it goes crazy.
When he decides to tour, you know what I mean? And it can't be Drake because when he decides to tour.
It go crazy.
Now, he had a little thing with NBA Youngboy one time.
He did.
And that line fits him because there are a lot of accusations. There are a lot of accusations and about the bots and about him utilizing, like, you know, computer generated views and stuff like that. And also he got a case with something like that as well. So
like somebody sued him over the.
It's something. He's a part of a lawsuit that has something to do with that.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so, but you know, but NBA YoungBoy is so like out of his, like, you know, J. Cole is not a guy who's going to be beefing with an NBA YoungBoy. You know what I mean? So I don't know,
but it could, and that's without more specific content. Could it just be like a generational thing?
It could be a generational thing. It could be a general thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be talking about anybody.
But that's kind of where I'm
But
going,
I still do not want to hear it from him.
I know you're. I know you're in a
He's not allowed to talk like this anymore.
Really?
I want Andre 3000 from him. Andre 3000 is
hard on all this.
Andre 3000 is considered one of the greatest rappers of all time, even without putting out a solo album.
Yeah.
And he talks about the suns, the moons, and the stars, and black, black empowerment, and all of that stuff. That's what J. Cole needs to pivot to. None of this, I'm the best rapper and can't nobody outdo me, and you niggas is trash because y'all doing this, and that's over with, man.
I think he still has to, though, because that's just the sport of rap. Like, the sport of rap is you saying that you're the best. Even if you're not saying that you have
Bubba's viewpoint is that when he tapped out of the Kendrick thing,
you can never talk about being the best.
He's basically tapped out of any sort of battle dynamic or claim to supremacy.
I agree with that. but I'm on the side of he's just talking. He's just popping his shit. Like,
I'm sure he is. I don't think that was.
Yeah,
about
I don't think he's
specific.
talking about anybody.
Yeah,
I think it's generational because that's the generation that a lot of rappers rap about that.
Yeah,
like if you listen to Pusha T, he'll say that all the time. Like y'all streaming and Shazam numbers do all this, but y'all tore us up. You know, he says it.
No, I think it's a widely held thing. I also like, what was the song when he was kind of like talking about like the '90s girls and stuff like that?
Yeah. That was on that album.
I just feel like that's more of this vein than any I'm calling out.
And specific.
People.
Yeah.
That's just the way. Like
no. I'm sure.
You're right, Bubba. He can't go at nobody ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn. Like, even when he was going at Kanye, kind of like an idol versus rival situation, you cannot speak on any other rapper again.
No.
Like, ever. Because Kendrick done came at your neck a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't the first time, and you've every time been like, respectfully decline. Like, no, that's the opposite of hip-hop, right? Like,
facts.
Like hip-hop is, even if, it's almost like that, I know, even if you know you're going to lose a fight, you got to go get your ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go out there, dog. You feel me? Like, if somebody knock on your door, you got to go out there and fight. And J. Cole decided, I'm going to look out the window. You know what I'm saying?
I think Sun Tzu would disagree with you guys.
Sun Tzu?
Yeah.
Is he a philosopher?
Yeah, like a military guy. Yeah.
He's a military guy.
Yeah.
What does Sun Tzu do?
He was like a Chinese guy, I believe, but he had like all the things of like when you should fight and not fight, and things when you need to do to win fights.
And when a guy's least
never in any of his pages were open the door and take the beating. He's like the opposite of like, you know.
But the difference appointment in J. Cole is we know he can do the ass kicking.
We know he can.
You feel me? Like, it's like if Kendrick Lamar would have went after, damn, I don't want to say nobody's name to make it seem like they're lesser than, but I will. Like, if he would have went after fucking Designer, right?
Yeah.
And Designer's like, I'm not getting in this. You'd be like, okay, why did Kendrick even come after you? You know what I'm saying? But like, when you're somebody who's considered one of the big three, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, we're having a triple threat match, bro. We waiting on you to get in. Now y'all got it.
Yeah.
Like what?
I wasn't mad at fucking Ben Simmons because he was terrible. I was mad at him because I know he has the capabilities. I've seen him shoot and make plenty of shots. That's why I was so mad. You know what I mean? Like, when you know a guy is capable, it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
All right, moving along here. I got to find a way to get my guy in there. Ben in there every time. Yeah, I gotta find a way.
Sports fishing expert.
Bass Pro Shop. My dog ain't gonna buy stock. Did we talk? Okay. Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum has been doing a podcast run. He's very close to returning. People are thinking right after the All-Star break. He said his career, the career I have right now, if I had it with the Grizzlies, I would have a statue outside of the arena. But now I'm chasing people like Larry Bird, where the standard is so much higher.
Yep.
No respect for Marcus All.
Tony Allen.
And Shane Battier.
Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus All.
Yeah, Shane Battier.
Tony Allen. Zach Randolph.
First team.
That really is an interesting question, though.
It's true.
Because it's true. But like, what do you want for yourself? Would you have wanted to go to this smaller place and been the be-all guy? Or would you want to take your run in a glorious franchise like the Celtics? And his name has been mentioned with the big Celtic names.
Of course.
I mean, and that's what you're still striving toward. If they find a way to win another 2 titles, like, his name ain't falling that far back.
Yeah.
If he returns healthy and the Celtics maybe win 2 titles in the next 4 or 5 years. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a thing to accept the challenge and put it in a place of great history. My guy, Mbappe, like, he went to Real Madrid to chase that, to play with Cristiano and all these legendary guys and all these achievements and write his chapter in that history. That was his ambition. He didn't shy from it. He sought it out. And some people are built that way and others aren't.
Instead of going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
For the check.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but again, he had a chance to go there for $1 billion for 1 year.
That's crazy.
Said no.
I'm going.
I know.
Brian,
I know.
You can't join this conversation again. I'm gone.
I know you hoes are gone.
I'm out a year. Bro, PSG, I'll be back. Was he at PSG at the time?
Yeah.
PSG, I'll be back. And y'all gotta respect it. It's only a year. I'll be back. Gotta get this Billy. Neymar got a plane and a helicopter. I want two.
I want to.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now you got Ronaldo's thing is crazy.
like
What he got?
He's in Saudi. He has like private plane. He literally has a staff of 14 people to attend to him.
And I bet you they getting paid.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah, for sure.
like,
bruh.
staff of 14. You ain't even got to do that much. You just serving one person. Like you working 2-hour shifts,
You feel me?
200,000 a year.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But
I mean, look it up though, because there's a bunch of other cases. It's worth looking. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't want to be wrong on air, but yeah, it's some crazy stuff that he gets out of that deal, man.
I saw that too, and the first thing I thought about was, damn, did Jayson Tatum pass Paul Pierce already? Because he said he's chasing Larry Bird. And that's true, you know, like
Simply by winning a championship without shitting on himself in an NBA game.
I'm telling you. And we did an episode like last year of like the greatest players from each franchise, and it spoke to that.
That's a good exercise.
Of like, damn, some of these players, they're like, some of these franchises, you literally go Mark Gasol. Like, you start having those conversations, right? And as a Lakers fan, you could have been chasing Kobe, Jayson, and we picked fucking Lonzo Ball. And
Well, don't remind me.
it just hurts my heart to know this. I do wonder.
Wait, that was the same draft?
That was the Markel draft. Oh yeah.
He said Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LaMelo?
Yeah.
Tatum's been in the league longer than LaMelo, hasn't he?
No.
I thought Tatum came with Fultz.
It was Markel.
Well, it was Brandon Ingram then. It
was Brandon Ingram.
Okay, it was
Brandon
Brandon Ingram.
Not yet.
No. It couldn't have been because they both went to Duke.
LaMelo came out when Ant did.
No. I'm sorry, Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Cares about Lonzo.
That's why.
Lonzo.
That's why I'm
gotcha,
saying the wrong
I
ball,
gotcha.
brother.
Okay,
My bad.
I
I'm saying the
gotcha.
wrong
Okay.
ball,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Yeah, we could have had Tatum and we took Lonzo Ball. So I'm a little hurt. But it is interesting to see, and he's telling nothing but the truth, right? If he was in New Orleans, he'd probably be, after Chris Paul, probably be the greatest Pelican already, if he already won a chip.
If he had the same career, which includes a chip, he's above Chris Paul.
Yeah. Even as of right now, yeah.
But this is the problem with this. I have two problems with this.
What's that?
Before I get to the two problems,
You set us up with the two problems.
Some shit. I was ready to like.
before I get to the two problems,
I was ready to help you with your problem.
Yeah, we're ready to sort some problems.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, real quick though.
Jayson Tatum wants to be loved.
He does.
Always has. That's his thing.
Yeah, for sure.
He cares a lot about that. He's sort of in that Kevin Durant tier, but not like responding to everybody on Twitter. Like he wants to be loved, so that's his thing. The first problem I have with this is I'm not so certain. Let me take that back. Jaylen Brown should be ahead of Tatum in the all-time Boston. He just should be. I don't know how anybody else could say he's not. He has the accolades. He has, what do you want? He's leading the team. If Jaylen Brown is injured and Jayson Tatum is in, I'm here to tell you, Celtics are not number 2 in the East right now. I'm just here to tell you.
That's fine. Okay.
Jaylen Brown is a better Celtic all time than Jayson Tatum. He has the Finals MVP. He has the East. He has the Larry. He actually has the Larry Bird award.
Tatum does too.
Huh?
Tatum does too.
From what, 2-3 the first time?
Yeah, when they
lost to the Warriors.
Okay.
And
in a loss.
And Jaylen Brown had it when Tatum led the team in every statistical category. So
do you know why he got it then?
Come on now.
Because you know what statistical categories do not.
He held Luka to 30.
He was the only person guarding Luka and Kyrie on
okay, so
that's the one thing I'm mad about.
Okay, so go to the next thing.
And the next, don't just poo-poo the first thing. Jaylen Brown is better than. And the second issue I have a problem with.
I'm poo-pooing it.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, you can poo-poo it, and Jaylen Brown is going to possibly win the MVP this year. That's fine. Poo-poo it. All right, and then we're gonna revisit it. The second thing is you can't just say if I would have had this career in Memphis, or because it's very fucking hard. I watch NFL, NBA the most to win with certain franchises versus others. And so like when they say like, that's why I stopped the one of the reasons why I stopped the LeBron Jordan things, like winning in Cleveland. It's not like you can't just say, hey, Shaq won, whatever, how many amount in LA and LeBron won this many in Cleveland, and let's compare. It's like, nah, winning in Cleveland is like fucking damn near impossible. Winning in Memphis is like damn near impossible. It is not because they barely won in the 80, 90 years that the fucking league has. It literally is for vast amount of reasons. And so, like, Jayson Tatum would not have won in Memphis. Like that's like we could say that. Jaylen Brown wouldn't have either. So it's not a thing. I'm just saying.
I never took that statement as a literal thing.
As winning, right?
Because I just didn't take it literally. I just took it as this is indicative of where his mindset is, and like you did bring up a crucial point. Like he strives for love. I didn't take it. Like, I mean, the points you're making are perfectly valid. Like, number one, he's probably not the Celtic that Jaylen Brown is. Number two, like having the same career at a different franchise, presumably with different players alongside you, specifically not Jaylen Brown. Yeah, this is all just fantasy talk. I didn't take the statement as real. I just took it as like, this is where the guy's mind is. He obviously has insecurity and whatever. Yeah. And that's kind of why I was like, I just took it. I didn't take it literally. I just took it in the sense of like, well, what is your ambition? Yeah. Is your ambition to be this guy that has a statue, or is this your ambition to stack yourself among some of the truly great guys that ever played in a hallowed franchise?
Yeah, I think I think it was just more so my resume compared to the greatest players of certain franchises. Like you said, like I don't think it's so much, and I get what you're saying. You're right? Because all bullshit. If Jayson Tatum went to Memphis,
he ain't winning the title.
He's probably Rudy Gay, right? You feel me? Like along those lines of like that kind of player.
Might be Rudy Straight.
You know what I'm saying? He might be. You know what I'm saying? But like that kind of player, like a very good player, could be an all-star. Yeah. But you're in Memphis, so you're probably at best a 7 or 8 seed, so you're not getting all NBA in that. You know what I'm saying? Like those situations.
And the stuff we talked about last week, like. You go to the Celtics and you have Danny Ainge's front office guy, Brad Stevens, followed by M.A., followed by Joe. Like, you've had all these, like, super fortunate things happen because of that organization that aren't happening in most of the other things. It's just really... You nailed it when you say, like, he just has this desire to be loved, and he's crying out that I'm not being loved enough. Yeah. Maybe if I did all this somewhere else,
and I don't have any issues with that.
I'd get what I'd want. But that's just how I take it. If you take it as like a literal statement of he's this place on the Celtic pantheon, and if he went to any other franchise, they would win a title. That's crazy. I mean, that's just like
And honestly, when we look at Jayson Tatum, right? He is kind of like dismissed as a great player in this league. I feel like
even by Steve Kerr,
even by Steve Kerr, like even like, and I didn't watch them. Like I'm not old enough to have seen them, right? But like, speaking of Boston, it was never is Kevin McHale better than Larry Bird? Right? Like
I never seen anything.
I never seen it, but you exactly you never heard.
Not
that.
Seriously.
You feel me?
Like I watched those teams, and like I mean, McHale would have like a stretch of games, and it'd be like oh hey, what's going on here? You know, Larry's been a little quiet, but then it would always be like Larry would follow with the reel off of 6 or 7 games that are just like what the fuck, like just the competitive nature of those guys.
So like,
was it very similar to the Brown Tatum thing? I know it's different positions.
Larry always kind of like Larry was always the bigger brother. Like it was always going to be him. Okay. But McHale, I think he had a couple 50-point games and stuff. Yeah. And so like it would you'd kind of have that little feeling. Oh hey, like how good is this guy? Like we talk about Larry all the time. So I wouldn't. My view, I wouldn't call it like a legitimate rivalry for supremacy on the team. It was still Larry, but like he was good enough at times and over stretches that you're kind of like, damn, are we appreciating this guy enough?
And McHale was a pure big man, right?
Yeah,
he was
he was a 4 because they had Robert Parrish, but he operated in the post. He could hit mid range, but he was like a goofy post technician, like footwork, elite finishes, very like long arms and like very nimble for what looked like a very goofy guy. Yeah,
they always talk about his
elite footwork, light feet for a guy that looked goofy when he like walks on the court. Like he was.
And see, the difference is Bron and Tatum are similar.
They do the same thing.
Yeah, they're positionally and skill set wise, they're closer.
That's a difference. Yeah.
Like Larry just did whatever he wanted.
He
could bring the ball up, he could shoot threes, he could post, and then the passing, like the passing.
That's
another thing. That was great.
And we never had this. Like I guess maybe in the gap because people look, Jordan is the GOAT for a lot of people, right? Most people. And to Pippen is probably the only comparison of two players that are probably like similar in position and size that would have this kind of dynamic. Like I don't think we've ever seen two wing players.
I thought we were going to get it from the Paul George Kawhi thing, but Paul George.
I always said that the Celtics are what the Clippers want it to be.
Yeah.
Like literally, they are exactly what the Clippers want it to be.
Yeah, it just never worked long enough with guys being healthy that you saw. Hey, these guys are. Yeah. What are they doing together?
No, 100%, 100%.
Now y'all have the best fourth option in the NBA with Paul George.
I got like 2 more things here.
We touching the Super Bowl?
3 more things here. Let's go there now.
Gotta let me touch it.
Pause. Super Bowl preview. I wanted to talk about it from a storyline point of view, but whatever you guys want to do. Here, New England Patriots versus Seattle. All right. Seattle are the favorites here in this game. What are you guys thinking? How you guys feeling? How do we get here?
Seattle is a really good football team. I didn't watch them a lot during the regular season, but I've seen the playoff games, and they're just like in all phases of the game, they're just really, really good. They're gonna be very tough to beat. I guess my most intriguing storyline is not really even game specific. It's kind of the quarterback thing and the legacy thing, because we've had Josh Allen's and Lamar Jackson's and these guys that are well into their primes with 0 Super Bowl victories. And we're about to crown one of these two guys a Super Bowl champion. And they're both kind of early in their career. Certainly Drake May at the beginning of his career. And in a way, as long as they kind of sustain high-level performance, they kind of leapfrog some of these guys in a way. And I think that that's pretty intriguing to me from a storyline perspective. Do you like? And this is all in the context of I don't think the Bills have done a good thing since the season ended for them.
No,
and I think they're in a situation where I think that roster continues to degrade, and it's gonna be harder and harder for Josh Allen to do anything. And then Lamar, longtime coach, is gone. Like, what's going on there? Those guys have very uncertain futures, and they're about to be passed by 1 or 2 of these guys in terms of the accolades and the achievements in the game of football.
I don't think, as much as I love this Sam story, I still don't think you put him in that bucket, even with the win. I don't think they will. I would love my credit because I've been on Seattle all year. Early on, I came on this podcast several times, several weeks, and but yeah, I don't know if you put him there. You agree with that? No.
It's just, I mean, like it is somewhat premature for sure, but like again, how does this play out? That's why I tried to put the context of Lamar and Josh are kind of in some uncertain.
Oh, and one more second, because when I said I was trying to like get that, I finally got it. I think you put Sam more in that Brad Johnson, maybe a little bit on steroids, meaning like he's a better version of them. Yeah. But that's what I mean. But like, and like what's Joe the other Flacco, guy? Maybe? Joe Flacco. You know what I mean? I think you put him in that bucket.
It depends on what follows.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's still young.
Like he's young.
Yeah.
And so like again, if he wins this Super Bowl, and then whatever, the Seahawks kind of lose momentum, and they're just a middling playoff team. Sometimes they miss the playoffs, and whatever, and maybe 3 years from now, there's some young guy about to take Sam Darnold's job. Yeah, oh yeah,
yeah. He's totally there. He's Trinidad James.
Yeah, he's totally there. But if this is Seattle's for real, and he wins, and they're kind of in the mix for the next 5 or 6 years, like Lamar and Josh have been, he's kind of ahead of him. That's kind of where I'm going with it. But it is context, because unfortunately for both Lamar and Josh, I don't like where they are right now.
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten over and won this big game, but right now they're both at franchise crossroads that don't look particularly promising. So there's for me, there's more likelihood that they don't get close to a Super Bowl again than that they win one. Based not on their individual ability, but on their situation.
I think the for Sam Darnold perspective, right? And you look at the 2018 draft. If he wins a Super Bowl, this becomes one of the best draft classes for quarterbacks of all time. When you think you'll have a Super Bowl winner in Josh and Sam Darnold. If he plays the way that he played against the Rams, which I think it would take, he'd probably be an MVP. So you'll have a Super Bowl MVP. You have a 2-time MVP in Lamar Jackson. You have an MVP in Josh Allen. You have a very solid, at worst, Pro Bowl or whatever that's worth, and Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? And oddly enough, you still had a bust in that draft in Josh Rosen, and it still has been so much skill in that draft class if you get a Super Bowl. So that's interesting to think about, because
that's 5 big. Well, I mean, Josh Rosen's a favorite, but
yeah.
4 big names.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
in one class,
who all have some pretty good accomplishments.
And some people thought Josh Rosen was going to be the best quarterback in that draft. I thought he was going to be good too, honestly. Just off his freshman year in UCLA, I thought he got bored in college, but no, he just got bored with football. But and then on the flip side, right, is like, are we watching this movie again with the Patriots? Like, are we really about to go through this again, another 10 to 15 years of very good coaching and great quarterback play that's just going to find ways to win games? Because the Patriots didn't overwhelm anybody in the playoffs, but they're in the early stages, like how they were with Tom Brady. Let's just find ways to win right now, right? And we'll get good and better eventually, and then we'll start whooping ass. You feel me? And winning a Super Bowl at a young age can kind of teach Drake May how to go through these situations, and then as he's learning, because he's only in year 2, right? He's only if you're projecting out, he's going to get better. So it's like, are we about to watch another generational quarterback come up right now? So right now, I don't think so. I've been telling everybody right now, I got the Seahawks ask me again in like 7-8 days, because shit always happens within this week and a half of the Super Bowl. But this is pretty cool quarterback wise. Like, what's gonna happen? Hurts my heart. I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan. I wish it was him, but hey, man. Yeah, Sam made it happen.
Yeah, I'm a huge Lamar fan, but I just don't think he's ever gonna get it done. And that's a part of situationally and how he performs in big games.
Yeah.
Even though in that last playoff, his last whatever, he was okay in the second half. He was good. He was great in the second half. Anyway, with Drake May and the Patriots, it's eerily similar to Tom, like you said, because they won in the second year and all that. So I'm not, I'll be a fool to get up here and say like, oh no, there's no way they're going to be doing the same thing and blah blah blah, because Tom Brady wasn't. This, gunslinger, 1,000 touchdowns in a season guy his second year. He was more of a game manager, relied on the defense and elite coaching. And then as he got better and they won. So same thing can happen with Drake. And I do think he has tools and capabilities to get better than what he even is now, which is either MVP or MVP runner-up even this year.
Yeah,
right. I've got up on here many times and said, oh, they had a weak schedule. I don't think the Patriots are gonna. So I was right on the Seahawks and I was wrong on the Patriots because I didn't think the Patriots would get here and be here.
Yeah.
Now a lot of favor has happened. One thing I know for certain that is a difference between this Patriots team versus back then, the competition. There's like elite competition in the AFC right now. That's where all the big dogs lie. Now a lot of the big dogs were either hurt or whatever this year. So that's probably the main thing I would say. We talk about the Chiefs and Ravens and Bengals and And all these guys,
even
Bills.
Denver, you catch Denver without Bo Nix.
Catch Denver without
Yeah, I think they lose.
And it was,
if Bo Nix
but
plays.
it was Belichickian the way they decided to win that game.
Yeah.
When that snow got heavy,
They just
Vrabel was just like, we're winning with defense. They can't score with this guy.
Yeah.
And they played, all their decision making was that way, and the players responded to it. It was just like, yeah, that was.
And that's what's scary
was some
about it,
scuff.
because
They're just finding ways to win right now.
Because it can be like it was back in the day. Like that's what I'm saying. Like so, I'm not saying that's crazy because you know what I mean. There are some similarities there.
One thing I'm interested to see is the Patriots play over in like decent weather. They haven't had that all playoffs.
What is it crossed my mind a couple times watching the games, and the Chicago game was another one that was really bad weather. It's like it's so funny. You've got to win through the playoffs oftentimes in these ridiculous conditions, and then you're going to get to the Super Bowl, and it's almost always an ideal condition.
Yeah.
And you have to win a completely different type of game. Like for a month, you've been slogging through these cold weather, raining, snowing, all this crap. And now for the first time in a month, you're going to walk into a stadium and it's going to be a perfect temperature.
Your
Field's
bones
going to be
don't
in
ache.
great condition, and you got to play that game.
Yeah.
I just find it's fascinating.
I do wonder how the Patriots defense is going to look in that, because I do think that the weather helped their defense a lot throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a certain type of game
So
you play. Yeah.
I'm interested to see how they keep up with Seattle, because ain't going to be no snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to guard JSN.
Yeah.
And he's always open anyway.
He's a monster, man. He's a monster. I find it impossible to like rank these receivers now. Because they're just all good, man.
They really are. Puka Nacua,
Jamar Chase.
Justin Jefferson still found a way to get
Justin
1,000 yards
Jefferson.
with the quarterbacks he had.
Both guys in Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, these guys they're just all really fucking good.
Yeah.
They posted recently JSN Rose Bowl stats. You ever seen those?
No.
Yeah.
You did?
13 catches, 347 yards.
Yeah.
In the Rose Bowl?
In the Rose
Yeah,
Bowl.
no,
it was like one of the
it
most
was nuts.
insane games
It
I've
was
ever seen in
nuts.
my life.
Who did they play against? How long ago was that?
This couldn't have been that long ago.
4 or 5 years. I'm not 100% sure. But no, it was incredible. I mean, I watched the game, and it was just like.
Was you like, who is this guy type of thing?
A little bit like who's this
Kinda.
guy, because I don't really watch Ohio State like that. But you're like this guy is just making the game.
Who was the quarterback? Did you guys remember?
I think it was. Wasn't JT Barrett? It might have been JT Barrett. I don't think it was Justin Fields.
Yeah, but they just it was wildly impressive.
You looking it up?
Yeah.
That's I'm curious to know.
Yeah, he was. He did like every route.
They
he
played
ran.
Utah.
Yeah. Every route he ran, it looked like there was just no way to guard him, like at all. It was weird. It was.
And mind you, they needed. Oh, it was CJ Stroud, and they needed all of that.
It was CJ.
They won 48-45, so they needed everything.
Yeah.
Every point. Yeah. Stroud had 6 touchdowns. 3 of them went to.
I would like to see more college to NFL quarterback receiver duos, because there's
Where you
so
keep them
much.
together, like Chase and Burrow.
Yeah, because there's so much. Especially like the back shoulder throw is one that comes to mind, but there's so much timing.
Oh, like if Mendoza gets Becker.
You know what I mean?
In Vegas, how they threw that fade.
Yeah, you
I would like to see more of that. You just don't see it. It's a rare.
It's hard because you had the thing where what it was like Burrow came out, and then it was like the COVID season, and Chase
came
was
the
in
next year.
college, but like he didn't even play. I don't think.
No, he didn't.
Because the COVID situation, and then he comes in the draft, and they got 2 high picks because Burrow's first season wasn't great record wise. So you almost just have to have like a lot of good fortune, and then it's like, it's brutal if they're coming out at the same time, and they're both really good. They're going to be projected first round picks unless you have a 2 first round picks, and you can get like one guy at 2 and one guy at 11 or whatever.
Because what happened with CJ Stroud? Because in my mind, CJ Stroud is like a year older at least, or came out a year before JSN. In my mind,
No, he was a year after.
It was CJ Stroud was a year after JSN.
Because the next year they lost to
Georgia in the playoff.
Sugar Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That was CJ's last.
So
game.
JSN got drafted first.
Yeah.
By the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Seahawks still had Russ then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm asking.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they still have Russ.
But they also, but Stroud was
he
like
number
2?
Went 2.
Yeah, he went number 2.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Young.
Well,
he went first.
Let's not talk about that. Can I ask y'all a question? Just because we were talking.
I like answering questions.
So
It's one of my
I
hobbies.
going back to like you saying putting people together, right? CJ Stroud was, I mean, Jamar Chase came out in 2021, and Burrow's coming off an injury because their offensive line fucking sucks. Would you have drafted Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase, like
No.
to like help protect Joe Burrow?
No, not at that time. I mean, because to me, it was that crazy fortuitous situation where you got a chance to draft this guy's number one target.
I feel you.
It doesn't happen often, and it was just like, I'm not passing that up.
I just think about shit. Joe Burrow keep getting hurt, it don't matter.
Well, I mean, they have to do better, like outside of that singular pick. I mean,
Yeah.
they just haven't. They haven't done a ton. They just haven't done a ton.
Yeah.
I don't know where most of their money goes. I wouldn't have like paid that much money for the secondary
For T.
receiver
Higgins.
for T. Higgins.
Yeah.
You know, I would have got either I would have got defensive help actually because they paid. They got some. They went into free agency.
Yeah, they paid Brown.
And got some linemen.
But they're not, like,
Brown from the
again,
Chiefs.
a lot of times when you look at these situations, too, they're not drafting really well.
That's what it comes down
They're
to.
not drafting, foundational players,
Yeah.
Since Burrow. And since
You have to
Chase.
have better luck in the draft,
And
man.
you got to get
They
the
fixed
right
their line in
guys.
free agency, but yeah, defense you have to hit on a lot of those picks.
Yeah.
I had two more things I wanted to ideally get to. We
Yeah.
may only be able to have time enough for one.
Well, let's try to plow through both.
All right.
Let's be quick and efficient
All right, yeah.
while simultaneously entertaining.
I need help here. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So this is the comment that Doc Rivers made on Embiid, right? Most talented player I ever played with. Here goes the thing. I need help because I come on here and I say, oh, being an NBA GM is easy. Why do these guys make it seem so hard and blah, 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 and blah, blah. I have no idea what to do here. Beginning of the season, Juan texts our group, man, Embiid looks terrible. And over the course of early season, I'm telling you, yeah, man, he doesn't look that, and then I tell you, hey, his production is the same, but he looks different. He looks now, like as of late, and I'm talking about like last 2 to 3 weeks, he looks like 5-6 years ago Embiid. I mean, he's catching alleys. He's defending the rim. He's scoring he's averaging 32 and 12 over the past 2 weeks. He looks like MVP Joel.
Yeah.
If you're the Sixers, what do you do? Do you bank on this and say, hey, that doctor is a miracle doctor, and we never thought he would ever get to this place again? I literally thought we would never see Joel again.
I
literally thought that.
agreed with that sentiment.
And or do you sell high?
I don't think the Sixers are a championship contending team, so I'm selling high.
You're selling high.
That's my view. If this is, if you're in a situation where it's like, gosh, if Embiid could sustain this for the rest of the year, we might win a title. I don't think that that's what's going to happen, and so I would sell high.
The problem with that though is, I guess you could say I'm a homer, but they have everything.
Yo, I'm not
What-
selling shit.
What else do you need? You have everything. You have athleticism. You have youth. You have veteran leadership. You have your number one scorer in the league. You have this. You have that. You have a championship coach. You have a bench. So it's like,
I had asked earlier on my show, and my cousin, who's the co-host, he's a Knicks fan. I was like, how scared are you of the Sixers right now? Because you guys, and I say you guys because you're the Sixers fan, have done a good job of bringing him along. Like almost similar to how the Dodgers did with Ohtani with pitching. We're gonna slowly bring you on because when it's money time, we need you to go give us 7 innings. And I feel like you guys have done a very good job of doing that because when it's money time, ain't no back-to-backs in the playoffs.
right.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? So you should be able to go, you know what I'm saying, for
Yeah,
us.
it should.
And when you look at the East, right, I feel like the way that it's setting up, at least right now, shit changes. Cleveland, like, who has somebody who can guard Embiid in the East? Maybe Cleveland, the Knicks. They're probably going to cancel each other out the way that it's lining up for the playoffs. So you probably only have to deal with one team that can deal with your big man. And Embiid is a matchup problem for everybody else. And if he's your second option, that's a pretty good second option to have, man. And then, like I said before, all bullshit aside, then Paul George, your third or fourth option. That's not bad, man. I still.
It's not. Yeah.
I guess I'm still banking on pedigree. You know.
Yeah. But the reason why it makes it so tough is because I mean, Pink is not crazy for saying it because it's because I mean, we've seen it's like a book that you've read 100 times. You kind of know the ending. Now, a new ending. They have that capability, but it's like shit, insanity, man. We going through this year after year after year after year. Like Doc said that after that, what he said was, but I never had him healthy in the playoffs. I mean, Doc was our coach for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And another thing I thought about yesterday, I was thinking like, damn, when people talk about, like, I got friends that hit me up throughout the year, Marquise, Roger, y'all got to get rid of Embiid, man. Embiid's so trash. He's terrible. Got to get rid of Embiid. And it's like, Embiid, Joel Embiid is a fucking incredible player. He's one of those guys. It's only a handful of those guys in the league at a time throughout the history of the league. And he is one of those guys. He has one fucking weakness, and that is injury. Even if you're one of those guys, everybody has a weakness. You know what I mean? Jokic early on, midpoint of his career was defense, but he is one of those guys. And you got Giannis, which is his weakness is shooting, but he's one of those guys. LeBron James early on in his career was closing games, but he's one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. It's so hard to just get rid of one of those guys. Because once Milwaukee gets rid of Giannis, you can talk about, they have to get back this, they have to get back that. We know what is going on.
Yeah.
It's going to be to the shitter for 10 years until they get the next number one pick in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, so it's, one of those guys, once you lose one of those guys, if you're not the LA Lakers or the whatever, it ain't coming back to you, you know what I mean, for a while. Dallas got extremely lucky,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the argument, and honestly, like if right now we're the last 8 games of the regular season and Embiid's playing this way and healthy, that probably changed the conversation as well.
Yeah.
But we're still a couple months away from playoff time, and is he still healthy at that time?
Yeah.
Is he still playing at this level? The odds probably suggest no.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why I'm making the decision to sell high.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had.
But it's a gamble. You say, hey, maybe we just double down. We go with him, and maybe we get something we almost didn't think possible.
Yeah. Because if he gets hurt, I mean, you could have said that 2 years ago, whatever. But if he gets hurt one more time, I mean, his trade value goes again in the motherfucking shitter. Yeah. And then, no matter what, if he gets hurt one more time, like significantly, and then even if he does come back and shows like a month of brilliance, it's going to be like, well, we were,
Well, that's where you are now.
That's where we are now. Yeah.
The history is so significant that even though what you're seeing is very good play, you're like, it's like we're watching milk in the refrigerator. Like it's just not gonna last.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, does he even really have trade value? Because even with him playing well, look at the conversation we're having. It's like we're waiting on the other shoe to drop. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like whatever we want to perceive the peak of Joel Embiid to be. It's not that value. Yeah. It's way below that.
I mean, well, when you say value, I put it like this: if they shopped him, they'll be able to sell him. But like.
Yeah, but what's coming back?
You're not going to get anything significant. Yeah. You're not going to get anything significant.
A couple rotation players, couple picks.
You're looking at cap relief. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Because
So you get Harrison Barnes, Jeremy.
Well, I mean, if you look at the market for Embiid, you are looking at a guy with the bad health history, but the talent is so immense. Maybe he pushes your team over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those teams that are at that level, like they're not looking to give up big assets for a guy that's a
bring him to LA.
I'm about to say like Lakers
4-month rental.
Nah, but they'll
take
like
LeBron
out of the picture. They could do like an Ayton and
take
some
Austin,
picks.
Ayton
and Rui and picks.
Which is not a big haul at all. Like that's not
0%.
much at all.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're Philly, it's a cap relief move, not a. Yeah. We're gonna get another star move. Yeah.
I had text about Embiid Saturday. I was like, he can't jump for shit, but he's still getting you 30. So that kind of goes back to what you're saying.
Efficient 32.
It looks different,
Yeah.
but he's still doing what is the point of the game. He's putting the ball in the bucket.
Yeah.
You know, so the only thing that the biggest issue with Embiid is like he scored so much. I think his defense was underrated. So like now you're not getting that defense from Embiid.
Yeah. Well, as of late you are, but like throughout the course of the beginning of the season you weren't.
Yeah.
But like now, like I said, it's not the defense from like his MVP year, but it's very solid, man. It's very solid. We're night and day with him on the court, off the court, as far as defensive efficiency. Yeah, he's deterring a lot of shots. It's tough, man. It's so fucking tough. But you know, I you know, I'm in all these Sixers groups. I tell them like Embiid is he's for lack of better terms, he's our baby. Paul George, he can come and go, whatever. They put him on the block. Like I still on the point. You're still high on him. Like he had 32 last night or something. He had a bunch of threes.
Traded him this morning.
He would have been on the first bus going. And it's not. And he's not even. He's better than Tobias Harris. He's a better Tobias Harris. So yeah. I don't hate Paul George. I hate him, Tobias Harris. I don't hate Paul George. I just think he's just a piece that he's just a piece you don't need in that spot there. Especially with VJ there now and Grimes and Kelly Oubre. Yeah. Like I like Kelly Oubre more than Paul George.
Especially for the money they made.
You know what I mean? It all has to do with the money. Yeah, it all has to do with the money.
The thing with the Sixers is like, if y'all thread that needle in the way the East is set up, like it's not crazy to say y'all can make a run at the finals, but it's crazy that I also can see y'all flaming out in the first round because Embiid can go up for an alley-oop, which Tyrese Maxey should never do that again, and come down and he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but again, you're kind of fixated on the East. The reality is you're going to have to beat OKC or maybe San Antonio.
I'm here to tell you, Pink. It's not your thing. We make it to the finals. I'm running butt naked in the middle of the streets just by making it there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not your thing. I understand, but like it's a fucking party.
It goes back to franchises, right? Like it's certain standards.
That's what gets you going, Pop.
It's certain standards for certain franchises, right?
Standards for certain franchises.
Like me, I grew up a Lakers fan. You know, like what made me like the Lakers was seeing them three-peat. I don't really give a fuck about them going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah. I became a Yankees fan when they won 3 straight. I don't give a fuck about them going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even the World Series to a certain extent. But you ain't seen the Sixers go to the finals since Iverson.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Hurricanes go to the championship since they lost to Ohio State. I was ecstatic. I didn't care if we lost. I didn't care. We're here.
Really?
We haven't been here.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't care. Like it was all icing on the cake. Like as a Hurricane fan, I just wanted them to go to the playoffs.
That's wild.
So them going all the way to the championship, I was like, oh my God. It's just I'm in bliss right now.
Yeah, that's not me.
I appreciate you guys being a part of my therapy session here.
It's all good, man.
What's the last topic?
Last topic, I have a top 5.
Oh,
all
sure.
right.
I have a top 5 to close out the show. All right. This top 5, okay, again, most of the time, it's coming from a young black man's point of view. Not sure how long I can use young. All right.
Past due on that. You got a notice sticking on your door.
Top 5 white sitcoms of all time. Okay? When you're young, black.
What's going on here?
When you're young, black, and in the hood, you understand.
These white people shows.
These white people shows, and that's what you watching on TV. That's all that's on TV, really. You got one channel for blacks, which is UPN, and everything else was white. So we watched a lot of white shows, and we've oh, he knows something.
Bubba grew up like me, boy. We had no cable.
No cable.
We got 6 channels.
That's
so
it.
Outside of UPN.
I didn't have cable till I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, well.
Everything, UPN and everything else was white. But we value these white shows. We watch these white shows. All right, now.
Wait, so I can brace myself. Please tell me Friends is not on this list.
Now, we're going to get into my honorable mentions.
I'm disgusted.
Honorable mentions are MASH. That 70s show.
Never watched it.
2.5 Men. 2.5 Men is a gem. All right, but those are honorable mentions. All right.
The only one I watched extensively was MASH.
Bubba grew up like me, and it's hilarious. We just grew up a certain way, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
The only one of those three I watched was MASH, and my dad was a MASH fan, and I hated it because my dad liked it. But I have come to the realization that if I was older at the time, I probably would have enjoyed MASH.
Yeah,
It had a lot of good stuff.
MASH was one of those things. It was just always on.
Yo,
It was just always.
Always.
Like, dude, how did that work?
It was just always on.
We got 6 channels and MASH is on 2 of them.
You know what I'm saying?
God almighty.
Now this list is not Bubba's favorite list. These are literally, I ranked them as like what I really think are the top 5. All right, so don't think this is a show that I was watching every day. So like I didn't watch MASH, but I knew MASH was a fucking massive show. I know that. You know what I'm saying?
It was a little before your time.
And before my time.
When it went off, it was the highest rated finale ever.
There you go. There you go. All right, coming in at number 5, Golden Girls. Okay, now as a young black man to have this on the list, that has to be impressive. You have to know, like, you know, that's impressive. You know, because you got these 3 old white ladies, and they funny too, man. They were funny. They were sexually, like, you know, and they was, you know what I mean. They were funny.
That was disturbing.
The Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Golden Girls. That's solid.
All right, fess up. Did you ever jerk off to a Golden Girl?
No, you know they actually have Golden Girl cruises where, like, you know, older white women who ready to do
If
something.
I look at your close friend, and I see you right here with Margaret motorboating.
They be ready to do something on that cruise too. I ain't never been on that cruise. I might have booked something for next year. But all right, coming at number 4. I do have Friends. Friends was a massive fucking sitcom.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Like this is why I don't like this list, because you're kind of like projecting what these top 5 rather than saying like you actually feel this way about the show.
I do feel like Friends is in the top 5. Friends should be in everybody's top 5 white sitcoms.
You thought it was funny.
I when I say I didn't watch, I'm not going to say I didn't watch it because I did watch it a little bit.
Friends?
Smelly cat.
Friends?
Friends was straight.
Friends is the sitcom equivalent of Blue's Clues. And Blue's Clues is delivered at a certain tempo that attracts the young mind. And that, like, Friends was the lowest brow of sitcom.
Friends is just it's just something that would be background noise. But man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Tons of people like Friends.
Oh, I know they.
There's gonna be people in the comments that gonna be talking trash about you and stuff.
Please do,
Man,
because whatever you say about me cannot be below what I think of you.
I love that.
Think that
I
over.
love that. I remember like one of the first times going back to my lady, man, when I went to her house, she had Friends on. I was like, this some white ass shit.
You got yourself a white lady?
Nah, I thought so when she was watching Friends, because I was like, how many
It's
black
super
people?
white.
How many black people have you ever seen in a scene in Friends? And that's what I told her. I was like, if you played a drinking game and you took a shot every time you seen a black person in Friends, you'd be sober.
Have they ever had a black character?
Thank you.
No,
you don't even see a black
watch
person
it like that.
I don't. Me neither. But I would guess no. I've never even seen a
think
black
I've
person
ever
in the
seen-
coffee shop. Like as a background, like as an extra.
yeah.
Like,
I don't
just
think
saying.
I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't remember seeing one.
wow.
We challenge you guys if you've ever seen one to let us
Oh
know
my gosh.
what episode.
I think that show might have been funded by the Klan.
Coming in at number 3, I have Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers, man, on 11 seasons. Impressive that they only use one setting. You know how much money they save? One set in a bar every show, 11 seasons in a bar.
I never watched it.
That's hard as fuck. But I bet you know a lot of people who did watch it.
My manager was talking about it
but
today at work.
Yeah, I mean,
Cheers.
Literally today.
Cheers has to
Talking about
be
Cheers.
somewhere on the list.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not even in a place.
What did you watch, Coach?
I watched the Cosby Show.
Okay, Brian, you're with us. He's an ally, guys. He's an ally. Okay.
Now, number 2 and number 1 are my favorite shows of all time, and I did watch them a lot. All right, but they do have to be 1 and 2.
Wait. Shows or white shows?
White shows. Oh, these two.
we're
Because you said your favorite.
These
of
two
all time.
are in my overall shows.
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, of all time.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't rank them this way, but they are in my number 1. Number 2 is The Office.
Okay.
The Office is probably 1, 2 funniest, like ha 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 ha. Like
No one
yeah,
laughed
like
like that.
show.
Can we get another hop?
No one laughed like that.
probably I've ever seen all the time. Like
Yeah, you gotta go 5 hours.
I probably seen every episode maybe I don't know 10, 15 times. And
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Every episode.
Well, that's not as impressive as number one. But yeah, every episode probably about 10, 15 times. Yeah.
I think I've seen like 3 episodes in my life.
Really? I've never watched like all of them, but like if it's on and I'm flipping channels, I'll stop.
That,
Like,
show,
kind of show
for me is fucking hilarious. Now, the problem is, and I don't have any issue with someone ranking this like 3, 4 or something. It has to be top 5, but ranking 3, 4 because when our guy left,
Steve Carell,
when he left like maybe I don't know 2 seasons ago, 2, 3. They he left the show and did about 2 seasons because he wanted.
They
more
carried on after him.
They carried on after
I didn't
him.
know that.
And the show took a dip. Maybe they did about 3 seasons after he left. I don't know, something like that. And the show took a dip, but it was still funny. But it took a dip. But while he was there, that ride, I mean, you're talking like Michael Jordan. You're talking like no, they don't make that. I'm talking like that motherfucker is elite, man. He's fucking hilarious. All right, and then he went on and had a wonderful movie career after that, and killed the box offices and stuff like that. All right. Coming in at number 1, Seinfeld. I promise you, on everything I love, I've literally probably seen every single episode more than 100 times.
damn.
More. Probably more.
There's it's a lot of content out there.
Growing up,
Crazy, I know.
growing up watching it, rewatching it. I'm rewatching it now.
How many seasons did they have of Seinfeld?
Like
That's
5.
a good question. Yeah, maybe 5, 6, something like
That
that.
was it.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that.
remember they finished like on a high note.
Yeah. So it's not,
Now, growing up, like that shit used to always be on. Like that on WB, it'd be on. Like any of the channels, right? Any of the 4 or 5 channels, that would be on. I did watch a lot of Seinfeld.
I watched a lot of Seinfeld, a good amount, but I not nearly every episode.
Yeah.
I actually, when I was in college, I had to write a screenplay, and I did my own episode of a Seinfeld show.
Oh, okay.
Using that
Yeah,
their
yeah,
character,
yeah.
just writing an episode of that. And then my favorite episode, hands down by far, was the Kennedy assassination.
Okay.
I don't know, but-
Yeah.
That
And
was with
Elaine-
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaine liked Keith, and then Keith also. I know Jerry had to help Keith move in and all that stuff, or part of the friendship thing. But no, man. But that show is for me, it's the greatest of all time. I don't think it's arguably the greatest white TV show of all time. Now, where I get into trouble is arguing with black folks, because
Oh yeah.
I got that show over some heavy black hitters, and people just don't understand how.
Like-
The only show the absolute only show I'm willing to hear an argument on, and we're talking about only sitcoms,
It's Martin.
it's Martin. That's the only one,
Okay.
because I love Martin. I've watched a ton of Martin. If you give me Martin, I'm not going to argue. But any other show,
Does
Seinfeld is
Entourage
over.
fit as a sitcom?
no,
It's not a sitcom.
No, why not?
huh?
Why not?
Am I wrong on that?
I don't
I'm
know what's
asking.
I thought
considered
it
a
was,
sitcom. That's why I wonder like why not.
Yeah, I'm asking. I'm not clear.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the shorter format. I thought the episodes were in the 30 to 35 minute range, and
Yeah.
I laughed a lot.
Let me fix that top 5, man. That list is
Go ahead, man.
What you got?
All right, so I'm definitely going Office and Seinfeld, so I'm gonna keep those.
Okay.
All right, but you got to put Frasier in there.
Frasier.
Okay,
I mean,
gotta go Frasier. You gotta go Seventh Heaven. Okay,
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. That was like,
What was that? I don't even
that's
heard
for
of that show.
teenage. That was like an.
Come on, man.
That was
Come
like
on
the
now.
teenage, middle school, high school.
Yeah,
thing.
man. Seventh Heaven is about a
Huge show.
pastor and a wife, and they got 5 kids, so that's how you get the seventh.
Was
heaven.
that with Michael Landon from Little House on the Prairie?
It's with the I don't know what his name
I don't
is,
know his
but
name.
the raper guy, the guy who's a fucking rapist, which is crazy. But that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, Seventh Heaven, Frasier. I said Friends. I said The Office,
Yeah.
and then 5. I'm trying to not leave out my white shows. I don't know. I don't even think I watched that many. Now I'm thinking I can only go 4 deep. Because anything else I didn't watch like that.
Now Frasier,
like I watched
Frasier
MASH too, because MASH was, like you said, was always on, but I wasn't nothing that I was really into.
Of the 8 you mentioned, the only ones that I saw a lot of was Seinfeld and MASH. The other ones I seen a few episodes, but never into that where I was watching consistently.
I actually like that 70s show enough to be in my top 5.
Yeah,
I like that 70s.
Yeah,
show.
that 70s show was cool. I watched that show.
Yeah.
And then you had something like Married with Children.
That was cool.
That was the Al Bundy.
That was the Al Bundy.
That was cool.
Yeah. You know, if you wanted,
what is that? What is Modern Family considered? That shows I thought it's pretty good.
I think that's considered one.
Is it a sitcom?
Yeah, I think that's considered a sitcom. I just googled what's the name is not considered a sitcom.
What is it considered?
Entourage. It's just considered a dramedy. Comedy show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have that number 1.
What, Entourage?
Yeah.
In that category?
But I consider it a sitcom because I laughed a lot.
Yeah,
True.
But like Ari, man, that guy.
I haven't watched Entourage.
I didn't watch Entourage, but I watched Ballers, so I'm assuming I would like Entourage. I feel like
Ballers was funny.
Yeah,
well, yes, I mean Entourage was like you got Vince and his buddies from home, and they're kind of living the holiday life, and then his agent Hollywood life is Jeremy Piven, and he plays Ari Gold, and that dude is hysterical. He's just a crazy dude. He goes on these epic rants over everything. He has this Asian gay assistant that he just says the most out-of-pocket stuff to. It's just, it's hysterical.
I do wish that we could say more they can. That's a good thing about being in podcast space. But I do wish they can say more out-of-pocket shit on TV.
If you watch Entourage, you'll see it.
Yeah, I'm because some shit I watch.
He'll just be like
stuff,
his assistant Lloyd is the Asian guy, he's a gay guy. He'll be like, he'll just get upset about something. He's Lloyd, stop sucking cock and get so and so on the line right now. And just like that's it. Like no holdback. It's just like what the hell.
Can't say shit like that nowadays.
No. All right, that's been the end of the show.
All right.
I'm going to get home and watch the end of the Spurs and Rockets game. Looks like
for
it's
sure.
A good one.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on, man. Catch you next time on the bench.
From the Sunshine State, the great state of Florida, and what does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
I'm Big Bubba, cross my black car. It's booby traps and people who's cross my backyard. I'm still strapped, boy, these handguns on Vanguard. I like going against the grain cause my head hard. Babe, I used to thug hard to see this crack hard. I don't duck nothing but the motherfucking task force. Me and 2 Root running shit, we like the fat boys. Paid cash for it, so I try to and fast forward. I put it all in your face like you asked for. Most of you love frontin' like the dashboard. I get it chalked out like the blackboard. I got the ghetto off glass like the backboard. Most of my niggas ride till it ain't no gas for. We been outside like ain't no map for. Been outside like ain't no map for.